Yeah, right.
But flag for indecency. I mean, we were just flagged by Netflix, Dennis and me, because we had a little watch party for Kingdom, and we put like a PNG over it, from our logo with the lightning. The lightning went straight through the picture. We had a live chat. We were talking all over it. That was not a good substitute for any stream whatsoever. No alternative. But we were flagged, both of us. Then we both put a claim against it, and we were unflagged.
Maybe you should just.
Sorry, you were flagged for something so shitty.
We had to point it out. Like that is no substitute. This is no alternative for any stream whatsoever. Like you can watch it here, but it's not like people can watch it without any disturbance whatsoever.
It's like you have to capture that shit or something. I don't know.
No, but we were able to get it unflagged. We both put in a claim. We both said this is no substitute, no alternative. There's something over it, and we talk over it, and they put the flag away. Netflix.
Maybe you just lower the volume really low or something.
Yep.
You burn the flag.
There you go.
Yeah, I would like to burn the flag. That really
All right, I switched to headphones. Can you guys still hear me?
Yes, it's all good the whole time. It sounds good.
All right. Also, real quick, you keep saying it sounds good, but I've ran a podcast for like 8 years, so I'm paranoid. I do have a fan going on in the background. Can you guys hear that at all?
No sound whatsoever. I'm on a podcast myself too. Nothing.
Yeah, no. He's like, yeah, I'm on another podcast that's actually real. Like, you're good. Like,
yeah.
I didn't say that.
I'm on a show that has viewers. 1,000 to be exact.
I'm Tim. I'm sitting in front of a camera 48 hours a week, and no one fucking listens to me.
1/10 of viewers. No.
Yeah. Wow, that's a kick in the confidence right there. Thanks, Tim.
Yeah. Right.
Anytime. My pleasure.
Oh, Jesus.
Hi, welcome to the show, everyone.
Hi.
Salutations.
Who's who?
Fuck it.
Two tears in a bucket. I got 2 words for you. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, he knows.
Oh, yeah. Oh, shit.
Break it down, Tim.
All right, fuck
What
it.
was it on a wrestling bios? That was really funny. And this guy got 2 words for it. Diamond cutter.
Self high five.
Right. Today's podcast for myself is brought
by...
to you by Sierra Nevada Wild Little Thing. It's a slightly sour ale with hibiscus and strawberry.
Ooh, I like that.
Hibiscus.
Whoa, in it.
Whoa, just fell.
And this unstable concoction was brought to you by Matt Billings.
Ooh, it's tart.
My portion of this podcast is brought to you by Beck's Lemon Brew. It's a nice summer concoction of beer and lemonade.
Tasty.
I hope you're going to split the royalty check for that.
I guess the show is brought to you, sponsored by Perrier.
Oh, yeah.
Water.
A Perrier, okay.
Mine's sponsored by Screwball.
God,
Peanut butter whiskey.
I wish I was drinking something right now.
And I don't know what you got in the back there. Something good, like I don't know, like the paper towels or something like that.
Oh, okay. My portion of the show is sponsored by Reese's Pumpkin.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
That's what's
there we
up.
go.
That's the
Yo,
way.
this and that would go good together.
Dude, Reese's Pumpkins already? Is it Halloween?
Doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
that shit's
It's
coming
delicious.
early, isn't it?
I don't even care.
I don't even
It's
care.
August. Hey, quite honestly, it's August. You know, I give it another week, and we will have fucking Xmas candies over here.
Yeah, I was gonna say we're gonna have like
or
Christmas
whatever.
shit showing us.
That's hard true.
All right, fuck it. Let's get into it. Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Jason Lowery on the Nerds Have Spoken.
Hi.
I'm here with my partners in crime this week. I got some Mr. Matt.
Oh, salutations.
I got some pop star over there.
Ooh,
I got some Weeaboo Jones over there in the top corner.
Whatever that is.
We got to talk about that shit in a bit. And then we got feeling like 1,000 subs. How you guys doing?
Congratulations,
He's
sir.
not bragging. He's not bragging. He's just saying.
Congratulations.
You go
for
live
that,
stream,
by the way,
homie.
dude.
Live
Give it up,
stream.
give it up.
Get them super chats up.
Right. let's go to Matt since he's our guest for the week. So
Yeah.
Matt, tell us how's your week?
Just in general, my week's been pretty solid. You know, just I'm not gonna lie to you, gents. A lot of you don't know me, but I'm recently retired within the last couple years, so
Cool.
I'm kind of living the dream.
That's what's up.
Yeah, I'm
I
a
bet.
stay-at-home
Cool.
father, so I'm home with 2 young ones, and they drive me fucking nuts. Dude, parenting, like stay-at-home
Yeah.
parents, that shit's no joke.
No.
Like no joke.
No.
But basically what happened was I was a pharmacy tech for 17 years, and my wife became a pharmacist. That makes a lot more moolah, if you know what I mean.
Oh, yeah,
And
yeah.
we did the math, and I was like, dude, my entire paycheck, if I work 40 hours a week, like my entire paycheck, but maybe $800 a month was going towards childcare.
Wow.
So working 40
Ooh.
hours a week for $800 a month sucked monkey nuts.
Jesus.
So
Yeah.
she was like, you just gotta stay home. And I was like,
Yeah, no, yeah, agreed. You're only contributing
You
to a
don't
social
have to
security
tell me
system
that
that you're never
twice.
you're not even gonna be able to pull out from. so.
exactly. Fuck those old people.
Even though we's the old people.
Wow.
you know?
Yeah.
We're
Yeah.
never gonna see any of that shit. Let's be real.
So I've been a stay-at-home dad like the last 18 months now, and just kind of, you know, doing all the honeydews, keeping the house up to date. And so within this last week, played some. I got back into World of Warcraft after a
Nice.
10-year hiatus because they have the WoW Classic now. I don't know if you guys know any about that.
Oh yeah.
But the Burning Crusade of WoW Classic just came out like a month or so ago, and I got back into that, and it's for better or worse. I mean, it's not good for my health, you know. Because last time I played WoW, it was when it came out, and I played for like 4 years straight, and that's 4 years I'm never going to get back in my life. At least now I have a little control because I have, you know, kids, so I can only play it late at night after I put them to bed, so that's been okay. And then I watched Suicide Squad, which I'm sure we'll talk a little bit about, maybe. I don't know, for all you that
Maybe
haven't
we'll
seen
touch
it.
on it since everybody hasn't seen it, but
It's good.
we'll figure
It's
it out.
good. Let's
I
just
don't,
forget.
I don't
Let's
mind.
just
I don't
forget
mind
about the first
spoilers.
one.
I read the plot on Wikipedia, so we can go ahead. Whatever. I don't care.
And
Dude, that shit was awesome.
King Shark was OG. He was legit.
Yeah.
What else my week brought? We just recently got solar panels installed on the roof, and we got
Yep,
those
I saw
turned on
that.
this week, so that's fun.
That's awesome.
Generating that power, you know.
Look at you.
So didn't you say something about in your state that they don't pay you back for it anymore or something like
That's-
that? People are abusing it or something?
That's correct. Yeah, they took that incentive away.
What state is that?
I'm in Washington proper, not.
Oh,
DC.
okay, all the way over there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're in the
Yeah,
similar
on the
time
other
zone as myself.
Only state named after a president, mind you. No big deal.
Weird flex, all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got to do it where I can. We're also a good exporter of apples.
Nice.
So yeah,
Bad vampire movies.
they don't. People were taking advantage of that. You were able to sell back the power that you've generated and didn't use yourself, and people were getting like, for a small like 800 square foot home, they were getting like 50 solar panels, and they would have only maybe needed 5, and then they were like basically printing money, and they were like, hey, wait a minute, no,
That's
you
gotta look
can't be doing
stupid on
this.
your house if you do that. Like all those solar panels, you got like a tiny ass house like that big.
Jesus. I would love to see a picture of that shit. Like, just,
Yeah.
oh my God.
I didn't know that you guys had enough sunlight where you're all at. That we're.
Right?
Okay.
Maybe the
That's a
sunlight's
good
coming off.
point.
So check
It's
this.
coming off the vampires up there.
No,
You got to
check
get
this.
it right, dude.
No, the thing is, we over here in Germany, in my place, we got the private cloud. So this is over here.
You guys can Google like a meme that's been going around, like what people think Washington is and what Washington really is. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not by Seattle. I'm not by the Space Needle. I do not have clouds, and we do not get rain. I'm in southeastern Washington. It is a dry.
Okay,
it's
yeah.
a dry fucking desert.
Is it?
It's basically Arizona 24/7.
Oh shit.
So we have nothing but sunlight, and our heat is dry. There's no humidity. So when it's hot outside, it's like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, I've been to Texas and I've gotten off the plane, and it feels like you're in a fucking sauna. It ain't
Yeah.
that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It ain't that. It's dry, and when you go outside, it's like you start to turn into crispy bacon immediately.
Oh shit!
We went to the Gorge many years ago. I know what you're talking about. Like once you get out of Seattle, it's just like bleh, nothing.
Oh yeah, the
Rocks
gorge,
and desert and all
the
that.
gorge is a beautiful place. By the
Oh,
way.
it is. It is. Of course.
But yeah, that's what I live in. I live in rocks, desert, and sage, and there's no trees. No, everything here is like artificially like planted. Like there would be no fucking grass here if it wasn't for people like putting it in.
Yeah, all my dealings in Washington were mostly near JBLM. Joint base.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Lewis and McCord. Yeah.
Nice. So is that it for your week, dude?
I'm trying to think. I don't think I got any toys recently. Oh no, I lied.
We'll get to that in a minute because we do all hauls at the same time. We just
my B. I don't know the format.
Good.
I got the
all
notes.
good.
I got the notes.
He's like, God damn, y'all are picky. No, that's not.
I'll be right back.
All right. Well, I guess I'll go to Mr. Tim K. How was your week? Apparently, it was really good.
Dude, Hot Toys, Ed 209, and RoboCop. Is that what I'm seeing?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, right.
I got the same. I love them.
Yeah, except for the Chinese dude talking, But I never use that anyhow. Right. So yeah, that and the RoboCop, the Battle Damage, Alex Murphy, the NECA RoboCop, and Hot Toys Terminator more back there, Hulkbuster, Storm Collectibles, Mortal Kombat. This is all collection.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you speak my language.
There you go.
Maybe check my
Matt's
channel.
got a nice
Maybe.
Setup. We got to get pictures of Matt's setup. He's got a nice setup. What he's been doing.
Okay, good call. But yeah, my week was fucking awesome. Like on Sunday, I talked to Dan and we were talking about my channel. We were trying to do like maybe something if I hit 1,000 subscriptions on my channel that we would make something happen over at his little summer fest that is in 2 weeks time. I'm looking forward to it big time, like getting out of the year and just some good times with a few normal people, so to speak. And he started a little initiative, and I went to bed Sunday evening with 994 subscribers, and I woke up with 1,002. And also shout out to Lowery. He also copied that right over and did something a little extra. So some people that were apparently unsubscribed from my channel resubscribed. So yeah. Over 3.5 years later, this is the one milestone that I really wanted to have. So that was a good start.
Congratulations, dude! Let's give him a hand on that, man, for real.
Thank you very much. That is.
So
bring some of your fucking subs over to our channel now.
Yeah, no shit.
Matt, what were you saying?
When's the nude content?
Nerd
I don't
crate.
know.
Yoga's
Nerd crate.
I don't. Yeah, I mean, maybe I'm doing. Right? Maybe I'm doing two.
Only fans.
Like the book crate and the nude crate. That could be something. Yeah, no, but that was from the private side pretty good. We had a lot to do from our shop side. Like a lot of stuff that was pre-ordered came in. The Commander class Rodimus, Leader Galvatron came in. So a lot of shipping from that went out. So I had 3 days full on doing the training and afterwards doing the orders, bringing that out. So there was a lot to do, but it was a good week, very good week, very busy, fruitful, very much so. So yeah, that and the training runs well. Currently surface modeling in CATIA, and that's a lot of fun. So yeah, today had Eamon O'Donoghue. That's an English dude coming from Ireland.
nice. You got Eamon.
Yeah.
That guy's a really good artist.
He is amazing. He did all the art for the Revelation boxes people bought. He's an artist occasionally for Masco and for Mondo too, and for Mattel, obviously, also some Origin stuff. So
it's a good
yeah, he's living the dream. He's actually the nerd that actually made it, that started drawing, and now he bought his Revelation stuff that is actually his in a double dipping sense, because he designed it and then he bought it too. So that is the SCCC exclusive Scareglow. He designed the full box.
Oh,
we talked about that.
That's a good looking box too.
Yeah, man. So it's killer. Super cool dude. Super nice. We went at it for 1.5 hours. We had a lot of fun. People pretty much went crazy. So that was a good day. Already I believe over 80 hits, so people eat that up. Of course, there was a thumb down because revelation marks, but whatever. So
some male on male action talking about revelations, like
male on male, right. The other side of the woke movement, not the lesbian, but the gay one, right? No, but that was amazing. So yeah, very fruitful, very cool week. That's one of those weeks where you are really busy all the time, and after a long while you're really looking in the mirror and you know what you did over the day, which is a good feeling. So yeah, feeling way more like myself. Like this week was cathartic, to say the least. Very good. Yeah. Whoa,
Nice,
what
dude.
about you?
Me?
Yeah, who else? Is another wolf here? No.
man, that drink is getting him sassy today.
Wow, I got 1,000 subs. I got an attitude now. Look at me. Fuck y'all. Woo! No ego in this room. Anyway. My week was fine. I was in Utah for a few days, and I hung out with Tyler Leet, who moved back there, so that was cool.
On purpose?
You see the look on his face. He's like, "What? What?"
You went to Utah on purpose?
Yeah, I did. I went to Utah on purpose.
He's like, "Wait,
Jesus
what?"
Christ, I'm sorry.
What's wrong with Utah?
I don't want to say. This isn't my audience.
Well, first of all, it's got the jazz in it.
You hate the Mormons, don't you?
The jazz.
Hate is a strong word, but yes.
He remembers them Karl Malone years.
I feel like I went to a sensitive topic here. I apologize. Yeah, I was in Utah. Salt Lake City now. I'm sorry I was there for all those who were offended.
Might as well go back to Arkansas, dude.
Yeah, I'll never go there again. I'm sorry. No, I was there for work. I get sent around a lot of places, and happened to be there this week. Good to see Tyler, as always. We went on a little quick toy hunt. Didn't find much, unfortunately. I don't have much luck in Utah, but I did find some stuff today at a toy show I went to, a local one. I'll talk to you about that in a minute.
Nice.
Anything else happened? No, it's hot. Don't mow your lawn. Don't mow your lawn.
Oh my god! I just did that before I got on here.
I did, me too, because I'm an idiot, and it's like really hot. And don't fucking do it. Just don't.
So Matt, when you mow your lawn, do you use like one of those blowers just to blow the sand around? You know, because it's a desert.
I have a big comb, and I just comb the desert.
Oh yeah, comb the desert.
We ain't found shit. +1 for the Spaceballs reference.
That is
There
one
you
movie
go.
I need to own on Blu-ray. It is
But
I got a 4K one coming out.
do they?
Mm-hmm. It's coming. I think it's like next month or something.
I gotta see that. That's
Okay, I need my eyes. I need to have my eyes peeled for that. Cool.
Yeah, thanks for the update on that. Other than that, I got nothing. I got nothing else.
Ooh.
Utah and lawn mowing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there you go. All
No,
right,
Utah
so
and no lawn mowing. So
let's go to some Cocoasmooth. How was your week?
right, let's do
You
some
was-
coke. Sorry.
So it's just busy at work, really. But the frustrating thing that happened this week was FunCon happened this week. Which, like,
FunCon?
it's supposed to be actually FunCon, like Funko, like a
Oh.
Funko Pop.
Fun
Con.
Fun cone.
That sounds like to me like a big smoker's paradise. Like
Yeah,
people
right?
getting
Fun
high or
cone.
something. Fun cone.
Or a porn convention. Fun cone.
There was all sorts of really awesome Funko Pop exclusives that were shipped out all over the place, but I couldn't participate because I was busy at work. And so all the places that had their exclusives like Target, Hot Topic, GameStop, Toy Tokyo, and other places, they all, they got scalped. Everybody went to those.
Dude, you should have hit one of us up. We could have looked.
Where do you
I
work?
wouldn't
Or what
want
do you do for work?
I wouldn't want you guys to go. I don't like troubling people to do anything, especially getting pops, because I'm the only one who actually likes.
Should have had
Nobody
Tim
else
look.
likes pops.
Who cares? Yeah, Tim would have really
Tim would've helped
gladly
you out.
done that for you.
What do you do for work?
Funko.
Oh, man.
OnlyFans.
It's complicated. Not really that complicated, but complicated enough. I work for the VA.
So just be like, guys, I gotta go take a shit, and then do it on your phone and order the exclusives.
No,
That's not a bad idea.
Be like, sorry, I was real constipated. It took a while. You know what I'm saying?
Like, I had a lot of cheese yesterday.
Yeah, right.
but yeah, no.
Sorry.
That was a frustrating part. And as I was looking at my Facebook feed, watching everybody else, like, go, look what I got, bitches! Look what I got, and I'm like, I wish I could have went.
I'm waiting for the day when I accidentally get a Funko that's worth money, and then I'm gonna sell out harder than fucking anything.
So, and then, things were going swell up until Thursday night. That was when things went horribly wrong. I woke up sometime around 3:00 at night with a burning sensation in my stomach area. And I was like, okay, do I just need to take a dump? What's going on?
At least it didn't burn when you pee.
Is there something you want to tell us, Wolf?
I'm just saying.
He said stomach sensation. He didn't say what area.
So,
Like,
Anyways, go ahead.
Are you okay?
Like towards the right side. I still feel the pain, but either way, it was so bad. It got so bad to the point where I had to have my roommate take me to the emergency room at the VA hospital in La Jolla. Anyways, after somewhere around probably 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning for me, I was like, you know what? I better tell Lowery just in case I won't be able to. In case this thing makes me have to stay here longer than I can and might miss the podcast or something.
But they say something about don't be a pussy, walk it off. Like, I can't
If you die, walk it off.
So,
Jay,
not your appendix.
I thought it would be, but the appendix is on the lower is the lower right. It may have been a gallstone that I passed instead.
Damn.
Yeah,
Did it look like a pop? That's what I want to know.
Well, they did the lab. No. They did
taking a shit. There's two black eyes staring back at you.
I mean, that's your scenario, right? I mean, that's what happened to you.
labs. They did the labs and they couldn't find anything. But I had a really bad week the week before too, because like the crown that I have in the back of my tooth, the back tooth is supposed to be one like solid. Well, I won't say solid, but like a gold tooth, right? Well, for whatever reason, I ended up swallowing that bad boy. It came out, and I was thinking that's probably what messed my appendix up. I was thinking, I was like, probably all that metal is probably what's fucking my stomach.
Oh, damn.
Maybe you were iron deficient and it gave you a big kick. Like, I don't know.
Either way, they let me. Yeah, they let me go on. They let me go
Second
on.
opinion. Sorry.
From the emergency room, and yesterday, I had to accompany one of my friends to, actually my best bud to get tested for COVID at the Price is Right facility at CVS.
What?
Right. The Price is Right.
Wait. All right. Elaborate on this shit.
He's going to be a
hear
judge on there. And then
so, yes. So, I'm
all right. Hold on 1 second before you continue. Wolf, how is that sandwich, dude? That looks good as shit.
I know.
I haven't eaten yet.
Pretty fucking awesome.
I don't know if you've ever recorded a podcast, but that's etiquette like 101. Don't eat while you're recording.
I'm on mute. It's fine. You're not gonna hear me go. Rah, rah, rah.
But if you're going to, you have to share.
Yeah, right.
Right.
It's delicious.
But I see your sandwich. It's looking quite good. But I'm raising you for a double chicken crispy chipotle burger with Emmentaler cheese and bacon in there.
Yo, my
no bread.
hurting
No
just
bread.
hearing
No
that.
bread.
It's Sunday. Chick-fil-A ain't open. Shut your
I know.
mouth.
That's
No,
in
it's
Germany.
not. It's
I know.
Germany. It's Germany, and it's a certain barbecue spot, and they just did that. And num.
Look at this.
Sorry, go ahead.
Beverage to
Damn it! Now I'm hungry as
wash
shit
down
now.
that.
Right?
Here, hold on. I'll make up for it.
So you had kind
Dude, tip
of
in the bottle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you had kind of the
Dude.
experience like Bob tell you what he
I
wants.
just opened it.
I had So my friend tricked me into
God,
going to the Price is Right. because he's a guest. He was selected, so but he had to bring a guest, and I'm like, okay, I guess I'll go with you. And so this Monday, tomorrow, we're going to go The Price is Right.
Dude, that's
Yo,
bad.
I want to see you lose your shit if they call you and then call out the Nerds Have Spoken. Just say,
Right.
I don't know
if you get up on stage,
shout out to the Nerds Have Spoken.
if you get up on stage, you have to go in for like one of those fake kisses to Drew Carey and then lick his earlobe.
Oh, no.
dude, you should run up and be like, "Pops are cool. Fuck Tim K." Like,
nice.
Oh, anyway.
No, but yeah, no, that was the extent of my non-nerd week related stuff. So, but I had an amazing nerd week related stuff.
So real quick, I just want to interject one thing. I had watched a documentary on The Price is Right, and people have to like, I don't know if this is still true, but your friend must have does he like wait outside in line outside the studio, and then like they go through and kind of like mini interview people and see if they'd be fun to be on the show.
You got
and
to
then,
audition
like,
for that,
them.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Wow.
So he did
okay.
that.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool, dude.
That's dedication right there.
You got video of that audition?
They're gonna try to make me audition, but I was like,
You're like, I'm a guest.
You're like, that's racist.
I'm the
I
plus
should get
one.
on here anyway.
like I don't care to be chosen at all. I
Like,
just
think
wanna be
about
the guy
that
who goes,
audition. You're not funny. Get the fuck out of my place.
No,
I
that's
just
what
wanna be
they
the guy that
do.
cheers for people.
That's what they do. Like,
They're like, we want to see you clap really hard, get excited, and run down an aisle.
like the producers,
That's the only
the producers
audition
like
I
go
did.
outside the studio and like mini interview people on the spot that have waited in line for like 2 days to be on the show, and they're like, "We think you'd be fun." It still doesn't guarantee you're gonna be picked. It just means you can be in the audience.
Nice.
That's fine. I'd rather just be in the audience and lose my mind.
Yeah. All
Yo,
right,
you got to tell me when that shit airs. I'm gonna fucking stream that shit.
Yeah, dude.
I don't know if they do live, but
Jay, that should be the image this week. It should be Price is Right and Joel licking Drew Carey.
Yeah,
That should
but
be the image.
instead of Drew Carey, it'll look like Matt's face on the front of it. Like,
Yeah,
That's fine.
yeah. Brilliant.
Oh
oh
hell.
god.
But yeah, that's it for my week. What about you, Jay? What you do
Oh
this
man.
week?
My week was kind of boring.
Well, he had a birthday.
I know, dude.
Don't lie.
Actually, it
How
was.
young are you?
Well, all right. First, let me start my week off by how definitely interesting it was. So, my coworker and I Monday went to a job site, and it's in Southeast DC in the hood, right? So we're sitting there driving, and we saw somebody get shot.
Ooh.
But that's not the only thing. The funniest fucking shit ever, and I'm about to share a picture in the chat, and I'm going to share it on the show here real quick. So long story short, somebody got shot out on the way, rescue squad and everything. We get down the block, and then I shit you not, and I will share this picture, and you will die laughing. Here, let me pull this shit up so you'll laugh. I'll cut the rest of the shit.
You're gonna die laughing at this fucking murder, guys.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know if I want.
funny.
We're about to watch a snuff film.
No.
death.
So
You're dead, asshole.
you dirty
no.
mother. No. So here, I gotta pull this shit up. You guys gotta see this. So I'm sitting there, my coworker and I, and we witnessed this, right? All right. So all I'm gonna do is say that I pictured the Mario, like Mario Kart, right? When people are driving and you hear the song playing, then they get into the accident, and then they hear that sound when they get into the accident. Well, after we saw the drive-by, there's a picture here. I'm gonna pop this up now. You're gonna laugh. So this guy was driving on a scooter that decided to try to do a drive-by. And literally it was a scooter, like a Vespa type scooter. Here's the picture. Here, let me share this. All of us can see it. This guy pulled his gun out to shoot these other guys on the scooter. He got rear-ended by a vehicle behind him. He got tossed 30 feet in the air, bounced on the ground twice like fucking nothing, and then got up and ran off. And all I pictured was like the sound from fucking Mario Kart. Like doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo, like him fucking running away and like bouncing and shit. And like like when it wrecked and all it makes the sound, like I saw that and I pictured that in my head. And I don't know why both of us started laughing.
So was this in the same vicinity as the person you saw that died?
Two blocks away.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So yeah, fucking.
I'd have been
crazy.
like, "Fuck this, going home."
The
Yeah,
fuck
yeah.
they send you? Jesus.
So
Not today, bitch.
that dude, I'm not kidding. So that was the start of my week, and I'm like, oh fuck, this is my birthday week. I was like, this is a hell of a week to start. So that happened, and then work was great, everything, and then had a pretty good week. Was pretty quiet, got a bunch of stuff done, and then Friday night we went to go see my mom for dinner. Had a really good dinner. Had jambalaya pasta. That shit was amazing. We had dude, it was awesome. It was great. And so we had that. I was with my mom, my grandmother, my wife. We all kind of had dinner like over there at the house.
Nice.
My mom gave me some birthday gifts, dude. They were totally wrapped in like superhero paper. She's been doing that since I was a kid. I fucking love it.
What's it like
That's
having a good
awesome.
mom?
Yeah. It was funny. I posted pictures. I was like, she gets me. So we did that, and then Bethany, she made me for the first time ever made a Black Forest cake. And if you ever seen this Black Forest cake, this isn't the one.
I'm not familiar.
So Black Forest cake.
I've
It's
heard
actually
of Black Forest ham.
Yeah.
So
So it's a German style type cake.
Confirm.
It looked
Okay.
it looked a little bit like it looks a little bit like
Ethnicity test.
okay, how do I pronounce that?
Americanized
Swat-
fuck shit. Like I don't know.
No, it actually looks a little bit like the Schwarzwald sherry cake, if you know that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's got it's like a whipped icing on the outside, like very light. You have to keep the shit in the refrigerator or it melts. Like that's how light it is. It's got cherries on the top. It's got chocolate, like the German chocolate on the outside, like shavings. And then there's chocolate cake on the inside. Here, let me pull a picture up. Real
You
quick.
say you have a picture of this?
Yeah. So this is what Bethany made me here. Let's go to Facebook.
I want to look up if there's another name for the one that
I forgot what the actual German name was for it, but it uses like
It could actually be
Swagger.
cherry water.
Yeah, it's like cherry like brandy basically. So
That's it. Yeah.
so dude, this shit. So she made this. This was the first time she made it. She usually makes me German chocolate.
This is so fucking funny. This is exactly what I was talking about. It's called Black
Yeah.
Forest cake over there with you. We call it Schwarzwälder Kirschtorte.
Yeah,
It's the exact same thing.
So here, I'll show
Yeah,
you
what
the
you
pictures
said.
real quick.
Yes.
So
Yeah, what you said.
there was a picture of what my actual dinner looked like. That shit was fucking amazing.
That looked good.
I would eat the
Dude.
fuck out of that.
Yo, it was blackened chicken, chicken andouille sausage, and then shrimp and like jambalaya sauce, like with pasta and shit. It was great.
I like chicken.
And
With-
then
with penne pasta.
so here was the like some of the birthday gifts and stuff. My mom had this paper wrapped in it, right?
So
Oh,
good.
dude.
My mom does
I
that all the time. Like it's great.
My
And then
mother,
here's
my mother wrapped my presents ever since the very last fucking day.
yeah, that's awesome, dude. So this was the first time she made this cake. She didn't know what to do with the chocolate shaving because it was the first time. She's like, fuck it. It's starting to melt. I'll just throw it on the top of it.
Oh,
Okay,
Dude, I
what-
tell you
what-
what, this shit was amazing.
Yeah, it is a super cool looking cake, but the thing is, I see there's an absolute difference to how you guys do it, and then there's also the German way to do it.
It's her
Let
first
me-
time,
let me-
dog.
Yeah, it looks good. It looks good, but we Germans
like,
were always
Bethany, your
like we're
cake-
very
Watch out, just-
intricate.
Hey, Bethany,
and-
Tim said your cake sucked.
Yeah, it's fine. But
Damn.
Fuck you,
kidding, I'm
dude! I
kidding,
did
I'm
not
kidding.
say that.
No, I'm just
Damn.
joking.
Well, it was good. It was nice.
But
I'm
anyways, go ahead.
translating
What were you
German
saying?
for you too. Yes, I give it a 5 out of 10, bitches. That's what it means.
No, but seriously,
no,
like we Germans are always like, oh yeah, you're way more delicate with your engineering and everything needs to look orderly and everything. And this is how it actually looks from us.
Yeah.
So actually straight lines between the little I don't know tones.
Oh
with
yeah,
the
that's how
tones.
that
Come and
typically is.
engineering unto house.
But she didn't care. I was like, dude, we only had like 20 minutes.
That's
to
right.
put
Yeah.
the topping on,
Dude,
so-
it looks
I gotta
it looks
down.
great, but this is just the only difference. I'm sure it essentially tastes the same.
Mhm. But yeah, so yeah. Let me add this back. Anthony says it sucks. No, I'm just kidding. But anyway, so after we got done with dinner, Bethany and myself, Kincaid and Vanessa actually had a concert down by us, and we got to hang out with Trevor and them. We got to hang out with them all night, and it was actually pretty badass. And I want to play this video, but I don't know if we'll get flagged or not.
Is Kincaid a good dude? He seems like he's a cool dude.
Kincaid is
awesome.
Great
Mike's
dude.
a dish. I love Mike.
So, long story short, like, and I'm not going to play it right now, so we don't get flagged. But basically, we got up there and he recognized us right away, and he shouted us out and then started playing like Machine Head, stuff like that. It was fucking awesome.
Mosh.
Something like that. I knocked the fuck out of some people. Like those little 2-year-olds got fucked up. Like, no. Funny story about this shit. So I kept having like they were like these adults. Like we saw some cougars like getting ready to take their bras off. It was wild. And so you can see the people in front of us, like everything else. But then they had all their kids running around like little heathens, and it was crazy because I kept having this one kid run up and headbutt me in the nuts. I'm like, who the fuck is this little piece of shit? Like, he's about to get drop kicked. And then I realized it was my friend's kid. I'm like, oh damn. But, no,
fucking do it anyway.
No, but anyway, so long story short, we had a good time. We hung out with Vanessa and them. And then birthday, I got well, I guess I'll do that part of
Doc Brown is nodding in the screen.
Ooh, look at that. Doc Brown. There you go. So
Nice.
shout out to the guys, and we'll get to Halls here in a second.
Why do we have to watch this naked dude?
I'm not the one getting excited. You are. So no,
I'm now.
Shout out to Wolf and them for doing this fucked up picture.
I mean, shave that guy bald and you got about me right there.
But shout out to the guys. You know, they got me a birthday gift and all that, and they gave me this lovely card. So
Kim's idea.
Thank you guys.
No.
Yeah,
No, a blatant lie.
You should find the fattest, nakedest dude on there and give it to him. That's what you said.
The first thing Wolf said, I can do it, but don't expect any miracles. So that was him all along.
You're like Jason does all the photos.
And that was a direct quote. And Wolf being silent, he knows that I'm fucking right.
Speaking of which, silence. Matt, what time is it?
It's time to nerd up or shut up.
Yes, sir.
That's right. Oh man.
I deny everything, by the way.
What's that?
I deny everything Tim just said.
Yeah. I'll just cut it out. I'll just cut it out.
True.
So, Matt, why don't you tell our guests who you are, you know, about your former business, Titan One, and all that, what you're willing, what you're not willing to share.
Oh boy!
And then kind of go from there. You know, just tell them about you, your collecting, and we can just kind of, you know, move from childhood to adult, like nothing too crazy. You know?
All right, I'll try to do like a Cliff Notes version.
The Cliff Notes version.
Yeah. Basically, I grew up pretty poor. My mother, who was like the biggest tightwad I know even to today, she would, for some reason, even back in like the late 80s, early 90s, for some reason I don't know how she acquired this, but we had 2 VCRs, and I feel like that would have been like a big luxury back then. I don't know, but we would go to the public library, and for some reason at the public library, you were able to check out VHS cassette tapes for free, just like a book. Okay. And to this day, like I didn't understand it when I was a kid, because when I was a kid in school, we learned libraries for checking out books. Don't know why they had VHS tapes, and they weren't just like Discovery Channel, History Channel bullshit. They had Transformers, like Generation 1, Season 1 stuff on VHS.
Oh, that's awesome.
I grew up in the wrong fucking country.
My mother would go and check out these Transformers VHS cassette tapes, bring them home with our double VCR, and I don't know if you had to like put a piece of tape over like the weird anti-copyright tab thing or whatever. Yeah. And she would copy on blank VHS tapes all these Transformers things, all these G.I. Joe tapes that we could check out. I remember a random offshoot one was Harold and the Purple Crown. I don't know if any of you remember that. It was a book that they made into like a cartoon. He-Man, like all these things that the library somehow had, and like that was my introduction to nerd stuff. Like I didn't have cable TV. I didn't have by the time I got a regular Nintendo Entertainment System, like the Super Nintendo had already been out, and I got an NES like from a yard sale on the cheap. So I was always kind of behind on things. But that was the birth of my nerdness, and watching GoBots and Transformers and G.I. Joe, and there was another offshoot of one that's not widely as known called the Mighty Orbots.
Yeah.
Like
I don't know
had copied VHS tapes of that too, you know,
And
like,
the better
Nice.
soundtrack, to be honest.
it was a banger, let me tell you.
Okay.
So that was my childhood. Like all the Transformer toys that I ever owned until Generation 2 all had come from either hand-me-downs from my more better off cousin or yard sales. And once Generation 2 came out, I was a little bit older and I could save up a little. I didn't get much for chores or allowance, but I would save up like birthday money. And I very specifically remember, like, one of my childhood memories is going to Target and buying with my own money a Generation 2 Optimus Prime off the shelf, like the one that was like with the black trailer and like the sound box.
Nice.
And I still have that to this day. And
That's
that
cool.
was that was just my love for, that was like the Transformers were the underlying base of my entire nerdhood and my love for the collecting aspect of everything. And I, even as a kid though, I remember having awesome epic battles with Transformers, G.I. Joe, He-Man's, like they all played together. But even back then, I look back at this and I remember being pissed at like scale. Like, why the fuck was G1 Blaster like the biggest toy I had? He was like towered over Optimus Prime.
Bigger
and
than the
Megatron.
combiners. And
Bigger than the combiners. Like, Devastator was so tiny. And for some reason, fucking G1 Blaster was like a giant monster. And I was like, this is dumb. But I had fun. Like I said,
Why did Ironhide have a head?
Right. Yeah. I remember one of my younger brothers broke my G1 Megatron, and like I flipped the fuck out on him. Like I beat the shit out of him that day. But I also remember having epic battles and like lesser known G.I. Joes. Like if they got shot or destroyed or vaporized, like I would take them and like fucking throw them against the wall and they would shatter into like 1,000 pieces.
Wow.
Like that.
Were they the GoBots you were throwing, or just the Transformers?
No, mostly G.I. Joe toys. Because
okay.
if they didn't like break, they would just blow apart, and you could kind of put them back together. They had like the weird rubber band for the underneath the torso to like hold them together.
Yo, Joe, bitch! Boom!
Yo, Joe. Don't worry,
No,
the VA will take care of them.
Knowing's half the battle, bitch. Boom.
Nice. Yo, Joe, bitch.
When I got older, we did like way naughtier things with them, like lighting them on fire with lighters and stuff. Like it was bad.
Nice.
I saw Wolf's face. I wonder what he thought when you heard naughty.
No, not they weren't humping. They weren't humping. Although when we did
G.I.
play
Joe.
with
G.I. Joe got stuck. The
My
G.I.
cousin-
Joe got stuck.
one of my girl cousins had Barbies. I can tell you. The Hall of Fame G.I. Joes, the 12 inches were like just the right height for Barbies.
Oh.
Yeah.
Too bad they didn't have the articulation of Joe's.
Right.
They did.
Right.
Oh god.
So then, as I grew older, it kind of cooled off, and then about 2004 is when the American Hasbro version of MPO1 kind of showed up on the shelves. And I remember walking through a now out of business like Shopko or Kmart or something, and I was just being a big kid, just casually walking through the toy aisle just to check things out, how toys were, and I spotted this giant Optimus Prime, and I was like, what the fuck is this thing? If I don't go home with this, I'm gonna hate myself. And so I bought it, and then I found out that this was the American version, and there's like a whole Takara series of masterpieces at this point.
Oh,
And I think they were on MPO 3 by the time I discovered all this. And then I saw the Megatron. I was like, well, that thing looks like shit. And I was like, I don't want to import that. And then that's when I discovered the website Big Bad Toy Store. And it kind of just stemmed from there. I was always poor. Like, I had paid for my own college. I was kicked out by my parents right away because I was out doing promiscuous things with the ladies. And
I thought you were going to say with Joe's. Like,
no.
James, sir, with James.
My dad was one of those guys that was like, you can stay here as long as you stay in school. I'm like, cool. I'm in school. I'm in the local community college until until I started coming home at like 2:00 in the morning. And he didn't like that. And then he was like, well, you got to go. So I didn't buy a lot of toys. I did what I could. I was working full time and going to school, paying for it myself, community college level, cashed out like all my savings bonds and things that my parents or grandparents had started for me. I had one of my grandparents is like a funny time in my life. My grandpa was like, "Oh, that's bullshit. My son kicked you out of your house, and you need to get to college. Blah blah blah. I'll pay for your next semester or whatever." And I'm like, "Fuck yeah!" And I brought him and then I signed up for next semester, and I brought him the bill, and he was like, "That's funny, grandson. You can fuck off."
oh god damn!
Because he had no idea. He had no idea how much college costs. Like no idea.
Wow.
Yeah.
Back in my day.
Yeah. Back in my day, I was part-time at a gas station and paid for college full-time. Yeah, fuck that.
Yeah.
So I got some community college, and then I got into pharmacy, not pharmacy school. I got into pharmacy, and then they trained me on the job to be a pharmacy tech. And then I got a considerable pay bump and bought my first house at 23. Was
Nice.
doing good in life. Got married to my high school sweetheart.
Congratulations.
Oh yeah. And she went off to WSU on campus, so we were having kind of a long distance thing. And then pharmacy school back then, even 8 to 10 years ago, was really cutthroat, like hard to get into. And she applied to a few, didn't really want to do it at WSU because then she'd have to be away from me for another 4 years. So kept applying, didn't have like 4.0 GPA, and they only accepted like 90 students a year.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it was cutthroat. And then they finally opened up a second campus for pharmacy school, which was only about an hour away from where we lived. And at this point she was working as well. So she's like, cool, we're going to do this. And then I'm just going to commute every day. And I'm like, all right. During this time we had a kid, which kind of, made everything harder. She was commuting every day. Finally, she was like, I can't do it all. I can't work. And I'm like, cool. So she stopped working, which then of course with the kid and her commuting, like the gas alone and everything, it was just like, cool. Can't make the mortgage payment anymore just by my own income. I mean, not just the mortgage, just like everything.
Yeah.
So we made the tough decision to sell the house, move back in with her mom for the remaining of the 3.5, 4 years that she had left of pharmacy school. Did that. Finally bought our own house again last year during the middle of the pandemic, which was kind of a weird, spicy time to buy a house. We got like an amazing house with a smoking deal because our driveway is fucking stupid. It has like a 30% grade incline. So it's like this. Yeah. Like good luck fucking getting a car up there. But like for comparison, or for example, houses around here, and I know this has gotten crazy across the country, but houses around here were like the day they were listed would have like 2,000 views and like 100 viewings and 15 offers, and everybody fighting with, they're like a bid war, like going tens of thousands of dollars above asking price.
Oh shit.
And this house that we got had been on the market for 2 months because nobody wanted to deal with the fucking driveway, but it was a beautiful home and a huge home. And so we got it. And I was like, I don't care about the driveway really. Like, I'll park at the bottom in the cul-de-sac. I don't care.
Fuck that. I'm a stay-at-home dad.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And bought the house. Mainly I really liked the basement has a huge, what's now my man cave. And like right when I saw it, I was like, this is it. So moved in. My 6-year-old started well, he started kindergarten last year, but of course the pandemic, he didn't really get to go to school until like the last 2.5, 3 months of school last year. So he's kind of missing out on a lot of actual school aspect as far as that goes. My daughter doesn't know she doesn't know otherwise really. She's 2. Oh, I missed a huge step that especially you guys. Whoa, I fucked up something.
It's okay.
Oh God, everything's bad now.
Oh,
If you need to pop out, pop back in. If you need
No,
to, it's all
no,
good.
right here.
There
Oh,
he
there
is.
we go. There we go.
sort of.
So when we moved in with my,
You got your black.
Yeah.
it has
Yeah,
I have a little
you're
loading
black.
thing on it.
Give him a minute.
Oh, okay. It might
Hopefully
just,
it comes back.
Like I
When-
said, worst case scenario, pop out, pop back in. So, but anyway.
Right.
When I moved out, when we
There he
sold our house, I got a little sun yesterday. I don't know if you guys can notice.
Oh,
When we sold our house and moved out, there was like a weird spicy combination of being a huge fan of the collector community, being super bored because every waking moment that my wife was home, she was studying, and I don't know, just having nothing to do, the whole idle hands or the devil's playthings kind of thing. I had met a guy named Manolo on the Cybertron Cafe, one of the Facebook groups, and
remember
he was,
Manolo.
oh God.
he
Love
was
that
so
guy.
good, dude.
The
He
He
LA
was
was.
awesome back in the day.
I bought X Transbots Apollyon, which was their Megatron, so that gives you
Mhm.
kind of the time frame this was from Manolo, and I was like, how are you able to offer this so much cheaper than like Big Bad Toy Store and other retailers? And he was like, dude, I don't know, I just messaged up KFC or Keith or whatever, and they were like, yeah, cool, you can start ordering from us. And he would just like cut out the middleman. He didn't have any overhead. He did it out of his home, out of a side gig, because he was he was currently laid off from his job. He was an electrician, and he was just bored with something, needed something to do, and wanted to give the best price that he could to the community. And he was shipping things, like at the time he was opening them and like shipping them in smaller shipping boxes, because the bigger boxes they came in took up extra room, added cost of shipping. Other than that, the toys were brand new. And I just got to talking with him one day, and he kind of was an open book. If you asked him something,
Mm-hmm.
just give you all the answers in the world, just give you all the time in the world. He wasn't going to be the one that like openly came to you with the conversation, but if you started the conversation with him and asked him something, he'd sit there and talk to you for hours. And it just kind of it just intrigued me, being that cool and being that interactive and appreciative with the collector community.
Yeah.
And so I was like, I want to know everything. He taught me the secrets of how to generate labels through PayPal, how to manipulate eBay. When you've sold something on eBay, you can go back into an eBay sold listing and get the special deals from FedEx and UPS on generating eBay paid labels, even on something that you've shipped before, and you can do that to like 5 or 6 times before it expires. And so you get all these wholesale discounts on shipping, which every little penny counts. It drives the price down. He showed me where to get, free or cheap shipping, packing materials, and boxes. You could get free boxes from the USPS, and if you don't ship them with USPS, just wrap them in brown paper, and boom, you still have a free box. And next thing you know, I started sending out emails. I sent out emails to Fans Toys, to X Transbots, to MMC, to Make Toys, everybody, Bad Cube. And out of all the emails I sent out, I think I got a pretty good response from everybody. Some of them were like, if you're just starting out, you got to go through a third-party wholesaler rather than us directly until you kind of get your feet off the ground. Very few wanted any kind of proof that I was a business. They were just like, cool, we want your money, thumbs up. And next thing you know, I had a buddy who owns a tattoo shop in town, and I was talking with him, and he was also a collector, and his tattoo shop was at the time called 13 Shades, and he had went to like a couple business classes. He's like, yeah, dude, people love like numbers in names of businesses because numbers are easy to remember, and then just something kind of quick and off the cuff or whatever. And then also he offered to allow me to do in Washington State, don't know if this is how it is anywhere else, but you can piggyback off of a business license and call it's called a DBA, doing business as. So I didn't have to start my own business license with the state. I was piggybacking and doing a DBA off of his tattoo business.
Oh, okay, interesting.
And so anybody who asked me for a business license, I would just give him my buddy's tattoo business license, and they're like, "Yep, that checks out."
That's cool.
We took notes. We're officially called the 7 Nerds Have Spoken now.
Yeah.
But that's so interesting how different that works, right? Like last September, I got a shop with my buddy over here. Also, we're doing Transformers with fans toys and also official stuff. You need to have your own stuff. You wouldn't be able to piggyback on that. So
Yeah.
way different stuff. Interesting.
So his son is named Titan, and I named my son Atlas, which was a Titan. And so I didn't want to name it directly after my son, but we were kind of shooting ideas, and I was like, well, what if I named it after your son? Kind of, but it still has connection to my son. He was like, yeah, cool. So, and then throw in the number. And so Titan 1 Toys was born, and then the O in 1, the logo, it was the actual Atlas Titan holding up the O.
Nice.
And then he had an artist in his tattoo shop, like, it was super good with Photoshop and all the digital stuff, like whipped it up probably like 20 minutes, whipped it up, and he made like the O a Cybertron, and he whipped up a little guy holding it. And next thing you know, I was on Vistaprint, and I printed out cards and stickers and things, and I'd sent my first order in, I don't know, 2015, I think. It was March of 2015. It was whenever, I remember my first order showed up. It had X-Transbot's Boost, which was their wind charger.
Oh, I remember getting that from you too, that set.
Fans Toy Stomp had come out, and then unfortunately, one of my first order also had Omnigonics Spin Out. Which, as it was in transit from China to my doorstep, other people, like the review space, had gotten a hold of it and said it was shit, and so that thing was dead on arrival. So I learned real quick about losses in
that sucks.
Yeah, so sold
but
out.
But you don't have an actual page, right? Like I tried to look your shop up. You're all doing it via mail or something.
First of
it
all,
was a group buy pretty much back.
It's all shut down now. I'm not doing this currently.
Yeah.
So everything's shut down. I had a Facebook page,
Yep.
and once I made a name for myself on the other Facebook groups, like the Hardcore Collectors or the Cybertron Cafe or whatever. Once I built the reputation, then I started a Facebook page. Well, I had started a Facebook page, but I got up to like over thousands of followers. I think 5,000 for my page.
Yeah. Nice.
And so I was able to just post new things there. I did 99% of my business through PayPal and maybe the other 1% on eBay. It was these third-party transformers and MP transformers. Everything's a flash in the pan, even now. Once it comes out, everybody wants it. They want it as quickly as possible. They want it to their doorstep, and they want it. They want it. They want it. And then once 3 weeks goes by, dead stock. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter what it is. If you haven't sold everything of that particular character in 3 weeks, it's sitting on you. I would wait approximately 5 to 6 weeks, and then I would post it on my special Titan 1 eBay page. That way it got out to anybody outside of Facebook. And that's how I sold anything that was lingering. And otherwise, I would have, just like the big online retailers, I would have holiday toy like liquidation sales.
I remember that. Oh, did his phone die?
Hey.
Well, there's your gift.
Here we go.
There you got one.
My phone straight up just like shut off the browser. I don't know what that was about.
No, I was just like, did it die? Like
maybe it's like too hot. I don't know. Anyways, I'd have liquidation sales on holidays and get rid of stuff. I just remember a kind of like Unique Toys Allen was one that stuck around for a while. Fans Toys Lupus, I couldn't fucking give those things away. And now in retrospect, to see how much expensive they are now after the fact, because they're so hard to get, it's so dumb. But like, I remember selling those under like far under retail just to get rid of them because nobody wanted Weird Wolf. They were just
it's crazy because that was so hard to find that in some parts of the early when it first came out.
Yeah,
actually.
dude. Yeah, I remember those sitting in the garage for a while, and I was like,
Right.
ooh.
The irony is, now nobody can find those, and everybody.
Yeah. So I don't want to spend too much more time on the boring stuff, but basically what happened was when we sold our house, we had a lot of equity to help us live for the next few years when my wife was going to school. And I convinced her, because I was bored, I convinced her to let me take $3,000, and I started a separate savings account completely separate from our finances. And in 2017 was like my biggest heyday year. In 2017, at that point, I had turned my $3,000 investment into a rolling, any profit I made. The only time I kept anything for myself was if I wanted one of the figures coming in the order, I would just keep one.
Yeah.
And I would put it in my books. I was like, yep, spent $80 wholesale for myself, and that's it. I didn't keep anything for profit. Like, this wasn't a money-making venture. I just kept rolling it and snowballing it into the business. And with a $3,000 startup, in 2017, I did hundreds of thousands of dollars in sales.
Yeah, like
hundreds.
Dude, you guys don't understand like how big Matt got. Like I remember back in the day
awesome.
when we used to talk about that shit all the time, and we were getting you up in groups and everything, like promoting you like crazy, and it's wild.
Crazy.
What?
Like that's not even possible in Germany. It's a passion project we got here, but we make zero on this.
What really set me on the map in early 2017, it was the Chinese New Year, so like end of January, early February. A highly sought after figure and a huge gap in a lot of people's collections was Bad Cube's I forget the name, Gears. What was Bad Cube?
What was that called?
Grump.
Yeah.
Bad Cube Grump was coming out. I had built somewhat of a relationship with the Bad Cube representative. I didn't touch on this. Everybody you talk to over in China, all the third party, like, it's really bad broken English. It's through back and forth emails or different things like WeChat or Skype or whatever weird messaging program that the Chinese government would allow them to use at that month, because it changed month to month. This guy, I don't know if it's maybe an American thing or if it's just I'm a friendly guy, but rather than just always down and dirty about business, I would always ask my reps, like, how they doing? Like, what's been new in your life? And I built kind of a relationship with the Bad Cube guy. And if I asked him, kind of like Manolo, if I poked him, he would like open up like a book and he would tell me all kinds of shit that they were working on and fun, cool things about China and things I didn't know. And I don't know. I have no confirmation if this played a part into it or not, but or if it was just by the luck. I was the very first and only United States retailer to get Bad Cube Grump before Chinese New Year, and they took, they take 3 weeks off or whatever.
Yeah.
The Chosen Prime made a Facebook post saying, "Look, we're not getting this for 2 or 3 more weeks because of Chinese New Year," and everybody canceled their orders with other retailers and came flocking to me.
I remember that.
Had I known that was going to happen, I would have ordered huge. But I had only ordered I think 120 units of Grump, and then he came out with a twin. I think Slick.
Yeah.
I only ordered 40 of him because he was a lesser known character. I sold out of all 120 Grumps within 24 hours.
That's awesome.
And this is just me. I'm a single man solo operation doing this after work, and I was up till 4 a.m. packing orders, and it was insane. I always packed in candy with my orders. I quickly became known as the Candy Man.
Right.
I ran out of candy like not even halfway through my Grump orders. Like I ran out of candy. I was like stealing leftover
That's exactly
Halloween.
what we are doing.
I was stealing leftover Halloween candy from my kids, like Christmas candy. Like literally, I came across a box of. I remember I came across a box of Costco Rice Krispie treat bars, and I was like, "Yep, you get one of those today," because I had nothing. And I sold every one of those damn things. And I stole so many customers from like Chosen Prime and Big Bad Toy Store. And that put me on the fucking map. And everybody was like, this guy, let's keep an eye out for this guy.
Dude, I remember our conversation about that shit way back when. Because I remember hitting you up saying, all right, what's coming up next? And then you're like, Bad Q, Grump, like, what was the list? There was a bunch of shit. Oh, you said Beat Down. You were saying Grump, Grinder, Jazz, like a bunch of other shit. And
Damn.
Then bam. Remember that? Like, it was a long time ago. Like,
Yeah.
That was just wild, like seeing all that shit just hit at once. It was crazy.
I remember I was
go ahead.
collecting Bad Cubes separately from all the other, like I didn't mix it in with the rest of the stuff. Like for me, my Bad Cube collection, even though it'd be doubles of something else, either a Masterpiece or Fans Toys, I didn't care because the Bad Cube transformations were so wild.
Yeah.
That a very masochistic part of me, really enjoyed their product for.
It's funny. It's funny you bring that up because in my experience, there's people that either say they fucking hate them because of the transformations. They hate like the transformations or they're too difficult, or the people like you who like they might be difficult, but I love that shit.
Dude, I love complex transformations. I always have. Like, what was it? The Zeta Superion? What you'll find out in a second. I just got that as a birthday gift. I transformed that whole entire thing without instructions.
Nice.
In like 35 minutes.
Look at you.
Check out the big brains on Brad.
So, anywho, Titan One was doing great. I did get an audit from the IRS because I wasn't reporting it as income because it wasn't income. For any of you guys who do a lot of transactions on PayPal and or think you can start a business through PayPal, there's a very, very small terms of service thing in the fine print that, of course, like nobody reads. You just click next, and plus, like, whatever. I've been using PayPal for years. If you do over, I think at the time when I read it, it was over 250 individual transactions. Doesn't matter. I did almost everything. Once I got the reputation, like 90% of the people paid me friends and family, like no questions. Doesn't matter if it's friends and family or goods and services. If you do over 250 individual transactions in a calendar year or over a certain threshold dollar amount, they automatically send that to the IRS. Like they don't even like run it by you. It's just in their thing that they send it to the IRS. Yeah. And I ended up getting audited to the IRS, and they're like, "Hey, you made an extra like $200,000 2017, so you owe us quite a bit of taxes."
Oh God!
And I was like, "Whoa!" And so over the course of like 15 months, going back and forth with the IRS because they weren't. I was fast on my end. They were not fast on their end. Yeah. I had printed out 80 pages of PayPal transactions, and I went through with like 5 different colors of highlighter markers, and I showed every dollar going out and every dollar coming in and how I accounted for all of it. And because I kept good books, I just like it wasn't income, so I didn't think anything of it. And they eventually, after like a 15-month battle with them back and forth, they eventually dropped it all, and they're like, "Yeah, you good, homie."
Really?
Maybe that's why I got audited for hang out too much in 27. No,
I owed tens of they said I owed tens of thousands of dollars in back taxes.
Holy shit!
It wasn't just like $1,000. I probably would have just paid it and been like, all right, whatever. But I was like, no, dog. Look, all these transactions going to China, like, and I paid my tariffs and my import fees, and I was like, fuck you guys. I don't have $200,000 just sitting in the bank.
Yeah, no shit.
Yeah, that way all of that shit went to shipping, fuckers.
That's right. Cash money. No trace. So basically, in 2019, my daughter was born, and this being just a side project, I just made out I just decided I was like, I don't want to dedicate as much time to this as I've been. I had given it a lot of time, and each time, every little bit I grew, I was ordering more and more product and packing more and more orders, and I was just like, I've got 2 kids now. I need to be there for them. Even before I quit my job, I was like, I need to just kind of step back away from this. And so I had made out a post. It was nothing out of the ordinary, nothing, crazy happened. I wasn't like broke or anything. I was just like, look, I'm just going to step away from this. Anybody that has anything pre-ordered with me, I'm still going to order that product and still ship out those orders. And this was like January of 19.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I'm just going to be done. And by the time X Transbots was releasing their Menasor Combaticons or whatever not Combaticons, but the Stunnicons at that time, and the yellow one got delayed like several times, and I was like, fuck, I kind of want to be done with this. But, I kept my word. I still ordered them in, and that was the very last toy I shipped out, and I think it was like June of 19. And then I kind of just stepped back and walked away from Titan 1, and I've been enjoying the shit out of just being a collector again, and still talking and being a part of the community as much as I can. But, like, my customers were great. I loved them. I love seeing pictures and posts of people like with smiles on their faces with my business card next to their toys, and I loved all that. Like, I ate all that up. That's what kept me going. But there's so much drama and bullshit got involved. Plus, like, now that a lot of G1 characters, like, the well has kind of dried up a bit, so I think it was a fine time to start backing out of it anyways. So
nice. You cut it out just in time.
Yeah.
Probably, yeah. Good point.
Because it was what? Manolo, Hung,
and
who else?
William Panesh from GCI.
Oh yeah, he got a little right around that time, I guess.
Deshaun Scott from TF and 1/6.
Yeah, he's still doing it, but not as much.
I think he's fading out.
I think he's pretty much fading out, but he's still got some stuff going.
He stopped for a bit and then went back in, and then he was like, "Why'd I do?"
Yeah, we had him on the show.
Oh, did you?
Ago.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
Yeah. He was pretty cool. Yeah, we had him on the show. He was pretty cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, I remember like back in the day, like all of our conversations and everything with like Hung and all the stuff about people trying to get you guys shut down and shit like that, and like the conversations like and
who tried to get you shut down?
Oh well. You don't have to. We could say this off air if you want to.
Yeah, if that's a sensitive thing.
I didn't say on air during my interview with Bobby Skullface, only because like I don't want any backlash into my personal life, because this guy's an asshole. He's a petty asshole, and he'd fuck with any of us if I like just to try. I don't know. It's just not worth it.
That's fine.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Okay. He typed in the chat. That's who I thought it was.
Yeah.
I've heard a lot of things about this dude. So,
dude, we'll talk later. Like, Matt remembers some shit. We won't go too much into it, but
I think I also got an idea who you guys are talking about and didn't even check the chat yet.
Anyway, that's my life. That was my little business venture for several years, and I have a pretty. I like to think I made my footprint in the third party distribution.
You did, dude.
Yeah,
definitely.
I have an awesome collection because of it, and I still collect today. I moved into Hot Toys, which was probably a mistake.
Yeah. I'm happy I moved out of that. So
yeah. Well, like what was your you think off the top of your head, what do you think is your best selling and worst? Well, obviously we know what your worst selling figure was.
Oh God.
What was your best selling figure, you think, off the top of your dome?
It had to have been that Bad Cube Grump. I mean, like it had to have been.
I remember when I hit you up and I was just like, dude, I got to get this, and then out of nowhere, like you're like, yeah, I'm gonna get it, and then all of a sudden you're like, Yeah, it's gonna show up next week. I'm like, what?
Yeah, no, I got that. I got that
What?
lightning fast. Like shit,
yeah.
shit from China. It really depended on. Some wholesalers would give you the choice of courier or logistical shipping. Some just had what they had, and others it really depended on the size. I learned during this business that they changed over to anything coming out of China during the middle of my business venture. They changed everything over to what they call volumetric weight. Don't know if any of you are familiar.
Yeah.
But volumetric weight, rather than taking the exact dimensions and weight of a package, volumetric weight is the maximum amount of anything on Earth that could weigh in a certain dimension, a 3D dimensional box. And so if something was 10 by 12, then if they have like the most dense thing on Earth, that this 10 by 12 box, let's say it was 80 pounds. It doesn't matter if you were shipping a fucking box of feathers or a box of bricks. It got billed for the box of bricks because that box of that size took up the same amount of space on a plane or a ship than it would.
Interesting.
It didn't matter what.
Crazy.
Because shit during that time just started getting crazy, backed up, and busy. They had boxes of product, not just toys, like literally anything coming to any country, backed up on plane runways and in plane hangars and warehouses in China for months because they didn't have enough planes going out to get everything out. And so rather than prioritizing the value of any one thing over the other, they just started billing everything to volumetric weight so that everything was based on the size of the box and the maximum value that could be. So then that way it kind of had a place on the plane. That increased shipping prices quite a bit. That ate into not my margin, but anytime I had a price break, I passed it on to the customer. And so over the 4 years I did this, you know, when I started out, I was like Manolo, and I was given like, I don't know, let's say Fans Toys Dinobots, for example, were coming out when I started. They were $200 US retail. Manolo and I were able to sell them to people like $160 shipped to their door.
Ooh,
you know,
those were the days.
That's when I got in that shit really
like
on.
a $40 discount compared to every other retailer in the States. And by the time I was finished, that margin was only like $5 or $10 just because everything had gone up.
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn, dude.
Because you even remember Hung to Go back in the day, like, dude, that guy's prices were fucking wild. I mean, you remember him back in the day. We used to talk all the time.
Yeah.
He was supposed to be on a few weeks ago, but he had to cancel. We're going to reschedule, get him back on.
He got hung up.
Yeah,
Speaking of all the smaller retailers, we all helped each other and did business with each other behind the scenes to help. Anytime we could help each other with money, inventory, or parts or aftercare for customers, like we all did it. All behind the scenes. Customers would never know. They're like, hey, can you get a replacement part for this guy? He lives closer to you and I'm not able to get the part. Boom, sent it to him. Guy in Seattle, no problem. Or, hey man, I sold past my pre-orders on accident because I was a dummy and I miscounted, or I only got partial shipment. Can you send me 10 of this item? Boom, sent, no problem. We all help each other out, and
that's great.
It was awesome.
That's really great, man.
Those were
that
was like the heyday of third party.
It was the heyday,
yeah. Dude, we still got. You can ask Matt. We
So
still
the
got a chat,
fandom fucked it all up,
right? So we still got a chat from back in the day, from when all of us got to. You know what I mean? That old chat, the Transformers chat. We still got a chat going on with a bunch of us from like way back when all this shit first started.
Cool.
It's still going on since then, you know.
Yeah.
It's still bullshit.
Yep.
But dude, this is amazing. I'm glad you're able to tell this story.
It's so different to Germany. Like we are pretty much on our own with this. Like we are currently like really checking we can do it as transparent as possible. Like we got now info in about Scorch, like the Studio Series 86. We haven't gotten that over here, and it's apparently stuck in the Suez Canal. So we got that, and otherwise we just try to keep people in the know, you know. But where we are really the only the only Transformer specific shop in Germany, and we just said, okay, in my situation with my job and everything, just being at home with a certain monetary factor currently at the flexible, we just said we just go for it, and currently it works. It's just a passion project, but still interesting to see how different it is in America, and then here that you can have it piggybacking on a different license, but still the IRS is trying to come get you, and over here you need to do everything beforehand, doing everything with an actual legit kind of firm, and then with the taxes and everything. We also still have that certain threshold for taxes, but we are still below that, and we need to decide, okay, do we want to keep it below that, or do we want to go all out?
Or expand and keep going? Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Speaking of, I've heard numerous reports that Suez Canal being blocked for a week has set back global trading like months.
Yeah.
Like it fucked the world up.
Yeah, it works. Like Scourge hit you guys at the start of the year. We didn't get Scourge until yet. At the same time, Red Alert was apparently in that kind of pipeline for a release now. We got that a few weeks back, ahead of actually you guys getting that. So this is all over.
I'm the only person I know of that has it.
It's all over the place. And we sold out. We sold out twice on shipments for Red Alert.
Heck yeah.
Funny.
Oh yeah. Was that it that you had, Matt, about the show and all that? I mean, I guess we kind of fucked up. We forgot to go over Hall, so I guess we could go over that now.
Yeah, man. I'm an open book. If any of you guys think of anything as we're going, just holler.
No, that was really good, really informative.
Yep.
Thank you.
I'd have to say that this is one of those milestone episodes, really. So
Right.
Yeah, dude, it's crazy. Like I've been wanting to get Matt on for a while. I mean, we've been talking about it for a while.
Yeah.
And it just finally aligned. We're like, let's do this. So
nice.
All right. So who wants to go first? Halls.
I got a lot, so it's up to y'all.
Go with you.
All right, fuck
Right.
it. We'll go with
Get
you.
2 weeks of pop out of the way.
I know, right? No, but I did want to share the very first pop that I actually got. Because I was inspired by the same things that.
Is it shaped like a kidney stone? Like
I was inspired by the same shit that Tim and Matt like.
Hang on 1 second, I gotta go to the bathroom.
Go for it. Robo.
RoboCop, nice.
That's awesome.
This was my first pop. I was like, you know what?
Your
I can
very
see the
first
appeal
Funko
of this.
Pop?
Yeah, it was
That's
this.
awesome.
I bought this and Master Chief in SDCC.
It's
But
not
this was
accurate. It's too silver and the visor is too big.
Simmer down. RoboCop 2 is when he went a little bluer, wasn't it?
Yeah, a little bluer.
That's a fucking Chromo Cop. Get that shit out of here.
I actually liked it. Okay, so I did get Hot Toy stuff.
No, he didn't.
Oh.
It is Hot Toys. It says right here, the motto. It says right there.
Every time you say that, I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, yeah, Hot Toys. Oh, no, it's not. Oh, yeah, he's just there.
Hot Toys Jin Urso. From the Rogue, from Rogue One. And Hot
What a
Toys Cassian Andor. You know what I'm saying? See? Cosplay.
See, still Hot Toys.
What is Hot? I'm just curious. What does Hot Toys charge for those, or what is the retail going rate for those?
Okay, since they don't easily you can't just easily get them from anywhere. They're usually $30 for like a set that a 2 set, or $30 to $40 for a double set. I had to get this in eBay at China because you can't really just get this anywhere. I don't know why it's not more available in the States. I guess the fandom is just not that strong in the States. Yeah. But yeah, and this one was also like a $20-$30 thing. It's a little bit more than what Funko Pop sell for.
Yeah.
But yeah, this was the Chirrut Emway staff one.
That is a Hot Toys, an actual Hot Toy I would get into. Chirrut Imwe.
Mm-hmm.
Donnie Yen for the fucking win, man.
Exactly.
Donnie Yen's badass.
Hot Toys Spider-Man 2099. See?
Oh, that's
even
cool.
got the label too, see?
Nice.
It really says Hot Toys.
Yeah, it does. I love it when Yul gets excited. He's like, I got me a hot toy this week.
Yeah, right.
And then people are like, oh.
Yeah, right. You did.
I still want to gif of Tim's face, the surprised look on his face of anticipation.
Hey.
That
Holy
thing is
shit.
huge.
It is. It's
Nice.
Babu Frick. The only good thing to come out of.
Yo, I think that pop head is as big as yours. Hold it up next to it real quick. I want to see that shit. Holy shit, it's about.
Dude.
Look at that.
Shit, man. Wolf missed that. Man, this dude has
Oh
the
my
worst
God.
of timing.
I had to get him because he was the coolest thing to come out of that new trilogy. So remember I was telling you guys about FunCon?
Yeah.
So today I was able to pick up a couple of FunCon stuff at the swap meet. I got this
Nice.
for a pretty decent price. Normally the going rate for something like this is
Fat gum.
$60 in
Fat
the
Gum? Who the fuck is Fat Gum?
Fat Gum is from My Hero Academia. I don't know if you guys watch anime, but yeah, Fat Gum was one of the
I haven't watched that one.
FunCon. If you look at the sticker, FunCon
Summer
2021, yeah, Summer Convention Limited Edition. This one was a GameStop exclusive.
I'm sorry, you mean Fun Cone?
Yeah, FunCon, exactly.
Funcone?
Right?
There
Another
you
My
go.
Hero Academia FunCon exclusive was Gang Orca.
Okay, that's
Kinda
kind of
remind-
cool looking.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, especially if you guys like King Shark in Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
Gang Orca. That's like the I'm not going there.
And then again, remember that really bad hole that I got myself into?
The bad hole.
What was her name?
Pokemon
Oh,
Cubone.
Oh, sorry.
Bad hole.
That's why I said, what was her name?
Came back
Better,
right at the
better.
right time.
Wolf, we just had a name for you. Like there was this weird version of King Shark from this anime. His name was Gang Orca.
Yeah, I'll show him. Yeah, Gang Orca.
Gang
Gang Orca.
Orca.
Mm-hmm.
I know you're thinking what I think. I know.
What am I thinking?
Fuck it, just say it.
Shamu.
No, it sounds like the gangbang porn version of King Shark. Sorry, Gang
yeah,
Orca.
I didn't know
come
there
on.
was a thing, but I'll take your word for it.
Right?
It's a German
What
thing.
I choose you, Pikachu. I choose you.
No.
I finally got a.
That's an angry Pikachu.
Yeah, man, he's pissed the fuck off.
Dude.
Oh,
He missed the
believe me.
gangbang. That's why he's pissed.
Just wait.
Right? Right?
I got fighting stance, angry Pikachu.
God damn.
So cute.
Is he being bent over? Is
Look
that
at with
why?
his
Like
red
he's-
cheeks.
Wow.
Y'all are
Fighting
terrible, man.
stance.
Stance, that's right.
Yeah. Pikachu being at the exam.
Mr. Mime, also
Oh,
from
that's cool.
Pokemon. You know?
Mr. Mime. Oh, wow.
It's a
Damn.
bad hole I got.
Dude, I want to zoom in on Tim's face when he said that. Mr. Mime. Oh, damn.
Mew,
Yeah.
little Mew from Pokemon.
He's cute.
Mew is kind of interesting, but I never went there. Like, I know.
The Coochie Mew Mew.
All right, so more interesting mannish kind of pops, though. All right, we're done with
That
the cute
sounds
stuff.
bad.
For a minute.
Dude, it
I
was
got-
some stupid TikTok video.
Jin Sakai
Ooh,
from
nice.
Ghosts of Tsushima, last year's
Okay.
Game of the Year, I believe, right?
Mhm.
Or no. I think they gave that to fucking that woke game. Part 2.
Is
Was
that,
it part
is,
2?
that, is that KO
Did you just
Scorpion?
say the woke game?
Yeah. The prequel was awesome, and
Oh.
the sequel was super woke with the buff
Oh,
chick.
I can't remember, to be honest.
The Last of Us Part 2. I'm
The
sorry,
Last of Us,
Part 2,
yeah.
Part 2.
Oh, yeah.
That woke ass game. Anyways, also another really masculine one.
Oh.
Darth Vader with tattoos up the wazoo.
Darth Maul, nice.
That's right. Rebels.
Oh my god, Matt, you have to do like a quick walk around of like your display setup so the guys can see that shit.
Oh yeah, I will whenever we get a chance. I was looking to get ready to show off my haul, and I don't know where it went. My kid walked away with it.
Oh shit.
I got Alucard or Adrian Tepesh from the Castlevania
Nice.
Netflix show. I was pretty
Oh,
excited about that.
I've not watched that yet, but I've heard great things.
Yeah, great show.
I haven't
man.
watched the last season of it yet. I need. To
I
do
have
that.
watched the first and the second. It lost me.
Mm.
There's too much.
Did you
Game of
play the
Thrones
games
kind
at
of
all?
I was addicted to Super Castlevania 4.
stuff.
Symphony
that
of
was
the
a good
Night.
one. The soundtrack was dope on that one too.
Oh, that's
Okay.
cool.
Blue Fangs, interesting. Is that like the Morg from Neverending Story?
You think now this is one of the Castlevania bad guys?
Mm.
But I would definitely get a Gamort from Never Ending Story Funko Pop if I could.
You didn't have
Something
to say
kind of
that.
off the wall. The Tapatio man.
Okay, that's kind of cool.
Okay.
Dude, are you collecting all the shit like that? Like all
I
the
Yeah.
do like
sauce
any
ones
of the
and everything?
sauces and the condiments and candies. I love it.
I thought you were going in Three Amigos now. Like just one for Chevy Chase.
If they made a set, maybe because I actually like that movie.
Yeah, the movie's the shit. Oh, Popeye.
I
Look
got
at
Popeye. I couldn't help it. You know.
You
Popeye's
didn't have to
always-
say that either.
that. Damn, fucking Tim Savage today.
Speaking of Popeye, I don't know. This is kind of a random tidbit that I just found out like a week ago. Popeye was supposed to be in the 80s.
Avengers?
No, that would be cool. He was supposed to be in Who Framed Roger Rabbit back in the 80s.
Oh yeah.
And there's actual like storyboards of him and what he was doing, but I guess they couldn't get the
License.
licensing rights were too expensive for something.
Oh, makes sense. Makes
What a
sense.
shame. Well, Papa would have gotten all the bitches in that show.
All of them.
You
Yep.
would have gotten all the bitches in that
So
show.
what is this one?
Peter Pez. I guess he's the Pez rep from
That sounds like a
Pez.
clown porn. Like I don't know. Like
Peter Pez.
I take your word for it there.
Got that guy, and I got Speaking of more candy, I got Bazooka Joe.
oh, that's cool.
All about the Bazooka Joes.
Man, you really are fucking going all out on these.
Hey,
aren't
we
you?
missed out last week. Last week I would have shared half of this stuff. But
Oh, that's right. You were 2 weeks. That's right.
Yeah.
Shit, my bad.
and I got Ding Dong.
Yule, or Cocoasmooth, why are you showing us your ding dong, dude? Like,
Oh,
Wah, wah.
right.
I tried to get ho-hos, but it was a little too expensive.
aren't they all?
Twinkie the Kid.
Oh, there you go.
The
In a
Twinkies.
cowboy outfit.
Mhm.
Dude, my cousin got me one. It's like Mr. Hanky. I'll never fucking get rid of that shit.
Oh no.
Oh, the turd?
Yeah.
Yankee, the Christmas party.
And I got Buzz from Honey Nut Cheerios.
Nice.
And I guess I didn't know he was a limited edition, but
Oh, now you do.
last but not least, the cutest one of them all, the Pillsbury Doughboy.
Oh, dude, that's fucking awesome.
Hee
Who's
Oh,
what's up with the Windows sound? Is somebody doing that on purpose?
I'm not.
I don't know, man.
Vroom.
Brim, 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 brim. I hear it too.
I love
No,
the
it's
Pillsbury
not me.
Doughboy.
Is that like I don't know? Is that like Marshmallow Man's hemorrhoid or stuff? I don't know.
Yeah, that's cold.
Advertising must have been different in Germany.
No shit.
I know, right?
We didn't get this. I don't know nothing of all these mascots as you was pulling up Funkos over here. We had all your stuff. We had
Over
we had
here,
Mr. Clean. We had the White Giant. We had all these guys. We had I
The
don't
White
know
Giant?
the White Giant,
over
like
here
this-
in fucking
was in the
America,
40s.
it was all about getting kids fat. Okay,
Yeah.
Right.
you make that sugary shit look appealing with characters that are fun and loving.
Can't
But the
get
thing
up
is,
the
today
golden
it is
crib.
we're getting the kids fat. Back then, well nurtured.
Oh, God.
Yeah, that was. Oh no, there is one last really awesome one. I forgot to share.
Jolly Green Giant. Jolly Green Giant.
Close,
I think he
close,
has that one.
Close. This one's really money. I think you guys would like it for real. I gotta make space because it's big.
I kind of want to do a custom as Yule.
Behold, Galactus.
Oh,
Oh,
gosh.
shit.
Oh, you got early HasLab.
Yeah, he backed that, man.
He actually noticed
That one actually
small
looks
little
cooler
silver
than the
surfer.
Haslam
With
one.
silver
There, I
surfer.
said it.
Look at
Yeah, it
that.
comes with a surfer. That's
He said,
cool.
yeah, I said it.
I said it.
You should snap pictures of that and send it to Russ.
I know he hates Silver
Yeah.
Surfer.
Oh my
He'll
god,
love it.
You get him a
Matt,
Silver
we have a
Surfer
friend of
photo.
ours, Russ the Muss, that he hates the fucking Silver Surfer. So every time that I get a chance, I Photoshop him as Silver Surfer, like everywhere. Like there was a HasLab picture, or it shows the HasLab. They were backing that, and then I was like, "Look," I was like, they showed the first reveal of the first tier that they're gonna release, and I showed it, and it has a picture of his head on fucking Silver Surfer. It's pretty cool.
Nice.
That looks good, dude.
That's it. That's all. That was my all.
Well, damn.
That's all-
All right.
all
So
she wrote.
Actually,
One more thing. Wait, Ron.
it's not Pops. It's not Pops.
wait,
There's more.
oh,
There's
it's not
more.
Pops. Tim's excited now. Let's hear this shit.
Not Pops. Okay, so
Hot
this
toys?
week at New
Actual hot
Comic Book
toys?
New Comic Book Day, I picked up a couple of interesting comic books. This one is the first appearance of this character, Lasher.
Oh, Lasher. Yeah.
I believe he may be one of Carnage's progeny.
Yeah.
This symbiote.
But the kind of corporate prodigies where they ripped him apart.
This one's I think it's the 1-in-10 ratio cover. Yeah, I think
it's wicked looking.
It's
cool.
It looks a little bit like toxin spliced with poison ivy. Interesting.
And Lasher by the Scotty Young chibi cover. You know me with my cute.
Nice.
And one last one too is this comic book called Red Room. Now the reason I highlighted it, this is issue 3, done by a guy named Ed Piskor. The thing about this comic book, it's very controversial. I don't think it could I don't think you could import this, Tim, because this might not pass proper taste of material. It's about people killing people, like making in live stream in horrendous ways for rich people's entertainment.
So hostile.
It's called Running Man.
I think they did a. Didn't they do
Or
a,
hostile.
Yeah.
So
did
yeah,
they do a Black Mirror episode similar to that?
Yeah, they did.
Mhm.
Yeah.
and this is one of the other covers
Holy
for
shit.
it. I think it looks pretty dope. These are the characters. These guys are.
So to be clear, not related to the Black Widow Red Room.
Oh no, not at all.
Okay.
Nothing.
That's what my first thought was the same thing. Like,
No wonder she's
Now,
fucked up. If it
The
was.
reason I'm
Like,
sharing
holy
this
shit.
is because of this last cover that I'm about to share you guys, because you guys will be like, okay, I see what they did there.
Huh.
They did a TMNT #1 homage
Yep.
cover.
Nice.
That
Oh, wow.
worked.
That's
Yeah.
kind
I see it. Yeah. here we
Yeah.
go.
Nice.
Instantly knew it. I don't like the clown guy. That's scary.
Nah.
Same here. I'm not a clown guy,
All right, so
Except for-
let's.
except for this dude.
Sweet Tooth? Oh.
Oh God, Ronald McDonald. Wow. All right, so fuck it. Let's go next to Matt. What did you
Oh.
get for
Okay. So
this one?
just recently, I know this is not a new toy, but I got
that's all
the
good.
Marvel Legends
MODOK. That was an awesome one.
only
Mhm.
because we have like a weird it's like a thrift store, but I think it's because they get things from other retailers that have like maybe the box has a ding or damage or whatever. It's like a hand-me-down store. Even though it was still new in the box was kind of smushed. And I think this guy retails for $50 and I got him for $25 or something,
Holy
28.
shit, that's awesome.
Yeah, and
Nice.
so he was like, "Hey, do you want a MODOK?" And I was like, "I don't have any spot in my collection for this because it's just
Put it
The
right
ma-
above a toilet. Like I don't
See-
know.
thematically how I have everything set up and what I do collect. I didn't really have like I don't have a spot for MODOK in my collection, but for that price I couldn't pass it up because he's really cool. He comes with a spare face, so like a grimacing face or like a rawr face, and then a couple extra hands.
Cool.
Like legs move, arms kind of move.
Yeah.
It took me a bit to even manipulate his one arm to hold on to his little control
Oh,
stick
yeah,
there.
yeah.
But like, I mean, this twist and then this twist, and other than that, it's like it's pretty basic. But he looks cool. Like they did a really good job with this.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if
The
any of you have it.
airbrushing on that looks good.
It
like,
looks
whatever they
great.
used.
Like, yeah, they spent a lot of time and kind of effort onto this guy. So I'm really happy I have him. He's just kind of on my computer desk in my office, so I kind of just play with him and kind of look at him in there. So very happy with that. And then the only other thing I've gotten recently within the last week or so is the Origin Bumblebee.
Mhm.
And I immediately put him into alt mode, and that's how he'll stay in my collection. I'm probably going to put him on my MP shelf next to G1 Bumblebee because this is how I remembered him in episode 1.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I feel like the robot mode is just, I don't know, like half of that mode is on his back, the rest is on the side of his leg.
Yeah, basically like the HasLab Unicron, but in tiny mode.
Small,
Yeah.
Good point.
Yeah, he's utter garbage in robot mode. But peekaboo. But
I see you.
I didn't notice how bad the yellows were on top until somebody pointed it out, and then somebody also, I don't know if you guys saw it, but they posted a picture of it under a black light. It's bad. It's real bad.
I see it now that you pointed it out.
Yeah.
I wasn't noticing it at first, but yeah. Okay.
But yeah, I think I'll get a little tiny maybe flight stand and just kind of have them at an angle on the shelf, just so I can see, because if you lay them flat, you're not gonna be able to see it that well. But I think
if you can grab it and need a good flight stand, Storm Collectibles action figure stand. I got
really.
I got a fuck. I forgot a
They're
fuck.
fairly inexpensive too, from what I remember. Right?
They are super inexpensive. They cost $10 or $11. I always have one here for my live reviews. They are amazing.
Okay. You just get them on. Where do you buy those from? Just directly
Maybe
from
Amazon or something.
Actually, there was a discount on a British shop called Comics and Collectibles. I don't know if they have that anymore, but even if you order a few of those, maybe Big Bad Toy Store. I saw those on eBay, also over there on your side, so you should be good getting them.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway, I really do like how this turned out. I never bought the Moss Toys one, but I never liked how it looked in this mode because you could see like the legs or the way the arms or the legs were up in the front, and it just didn't like. It was an homage, but it did not look like this. And this is pretty clean in alt mode, so I like it. I really hope they do a wheeljack.
Oh yeah,
Origin.
I was gonna say yeah.
That would be cool.
That would be really cool. My kids, like on top of wanting one of these, like I really did it. It came with 5 of the Energon rods that they were using in episode 1, and my kids have lost all but one of those within a couple days. So don't know where those went. He also does come with a little blaster and a jetpack, which
nice.
I don't know why every Bumblebee has to come with a jetpack for some reason. I don't know why.
That is true. That is true.
Anyways. Not much for hauls, but that's all I've gotten within the last couple weeks.
It's all good. All right, so Wolf, what'd you get for the week?
So a couple weeks ago, we had Mr. G Money, Gary Allen on, and Gary sent me a surprise package for some reason.
Oh,
was it a picture of him in a Speedo that's pink? Like,
I hope so.
And him being all bronzed up. Maybe?
Yeah.
I will neither confirm nor deny that. It's in my private collection.
I think I know.
He sent me a couple Grogu's for.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
just because.
That's what's up.
Oh,
cool.
He sent me some plastic Dino Riders. Remember Dino Riders?
Oh yeah.
They brought up those new ones, right?
Yeah. He sent me that, and then he sent me the Motu Classics Buzz Off.
Yeah.
2008.
You've been going deep in those classics lately too.
Speaking of going deep.
Yep.
Ooh. Yes, Daddy.
Speaking.
Orko. There's Prince Adam hanging out on the bottom.
Yeah.
What's up, Dad? Just randomly throw.
I always thought that was kind of weird. They just left him.
He's like just
all the way at the bottom. Like
there's all this in the background.
Because normally under normal circumstances, they would have made Adam the figure and Orko the accessory. So they decided.
No man, Adam's superb. He can't get it with Tila, so he's looking up Orko's skirt.
Oh, why you gotta ruin it, man?
Real quick, have
he knows the rules. As long as you're wearing lavender and pink and white, then
have you all watched the new Revelation?
Yeah.
What do you say,
We'll
Matt?
talk about that in a minute.
Okay.
But So I rebought this. I sold it the first time. I bought it again. I got a classic
Cyclone.
There you go.
He's a fun one. I like that one.
And then something a little different for me, anyway.
I need more Motu in my life. Why isn't the Hordak released? It's taking for fucking ever. 6 scale.
Ooh.
No.
Speaking of
Endgame
Hot Toys.
cap.
Real Hot Toys.
Yeah, this is real, Yule.
You
See,
got
you're
the
fake.
Endgame, you motherfucker.
Yeah, I got the in-game cap. I don't know if I'm keeping this or not, but it's here. We'll see.
If you are not keeping this, Gibbs.
All right, for you, $500.
Tim's got a birthday coming up.
Right?
We'll just send him the empty carton. That's it.
Not cool. Not cool.
Master troll. Right there.
And then
Oh, but-
finally,
But really, that's the final version of Cab. That is how Cab is supposed to look.
best
It's
one, in my
amazing.
opinion.
Yeah.
And then finally, like I said earlier, there was a toy show today, and we did find a couple things.
Uh-oh.
We got a G1 Repugnus,
Oh,
Nice.
nice.
Cool.
and I'm told it still sparks up, so my house will be on fire later.
Make sure you take video of that shit.
Yeah.
Things he let us play with is you.
And then delete the video for the insurance because they don't want to see that.
Oh, thank you. That's a good point. Thank you. I would have fucked that up.
Yeah.
And then I got a
nice.
Roadbuster.
Yeah, I got a great deal on this one. I got a Roadbuster, complete
It looks
Roadbuster.
pretty clean.
Cool.
Yeah,
Looks real clean.
I got came with a shitty box.
Yeah, my buddy Dan just
Um,
got MMC Dickamus, so he's happy with
Yeah,
that.
I've been looking for that one. So
That
that's
name, Dickamus.
Cool.
That
And
sounds like
that's
I feel-
Dickamus sounds like the top boss in a porno or something.
Yeah, something like that. Like I feel you
video
can
game
only
style.
say this name right if you raise your mouth angle. Dickamus. That's the only way to do it. Dickamus. Biggest Dickamus.
Matt's like, what the fuck? did I
we
get
are off
into?
the fucking rails here.
No?
And that's all I got.
Oh, geez.
Nice.
All right. So I guess Tim.
Me,
You
Miese. I went back into an old rabbit hole, and which is 1:24 scale truck model build, and I got myself an Italeri Scania
Ooh, that looks good.
R730 V8, and you can build it in 2 variants, either that or in red. But fuck the red, I'm gonna go with this.
It kind
That
of looks like
good.
the Galvatron.
Galvatron. Yeah, Galvatron.
Yeah.
I said that earlier, but it's a different.
That's right. Jason said to me, "Are you building a Galvatron?" No, the Galvatron is an actual Freightliner Agosi, but it looks very similar to this. This is
Very,
right.
very similar.
But I would go all out with this. Like I will actually spray paint these parts in black because it all comes in this silver. It's a cool looking silver. It's a swirly plastic silver. Looks great, but I want to have it black with all the red trims, and probably also want to build a custom bull fang, bullhorn, whatever you want to call it on the front. So yeah, looking
Maybe
forward to
you
that.
can build that on Saturday night.
Maybe if you are not doing it too late, but yeah, I would try and do that actually. But yeah, I'm looking forward to this big time. Then, due to Dan's little e-collecting, the more ecological collecting stuff with ordering shit, I got myself my own version of this beauty, the TFC. That is TFC Toys / Sci-Figure Industry Lumitent. And that is their own creation, Wolf. They got even a little bit of their own stuff in there with an own kind of comic to establish a universe and everything.
Oh,
I see him in
cool.
the back there on the right over there on that stand.
What do you mean?
Is he back there over there behind?
Yeah.
you on
I
the
got it.
stand?
I got him here. I
Yeah,
just wanted to show the box real quick, and this thing was so stuck in my head. I got it out of the box. I transformed it right out of my head.
It's got some cool Gundam vibes to it.
I love
Yes, getting that
I love
feeling.
how TFC created their own shit. That's
This is fucking amazing. This is so stable. This is fun transformation. This gets you the cleanest jet you will ever get. Like
I see some die cast and stuff in there a little
yeah,
bit.
there's die cast in the knees, like you see that on the back here, on the thrusters, on the inner skeleton. Like this is a clean fucking jet. Takara can fuck right off. Really.
Oh my god!
Fuck him.
No, really, really. This is superb.
that,
This is
Takara.
really superb.
I want a picture of Tim so I can have pop-ups just Takara can fuck right off like anytime.
What else? There was something else. Oh, right. I got a loan for a review. I
was just curious. Is the comic in English or what language do they have it in?
No, it's full Japanese or Chinese. I don't know. I have a problem distinguishing between the.
Does it read it left or right?
I believe from left.
That's
to
actually
right.
a good question. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm serious. Like,
Yeah, that's a good question.
I believe actually from left to right, but I don't know due to the signs and everything. But I would love to have them more. But they're flashing out stuff. Maybe they're doing also some monsters. We see some monster stuff. There's a secondary pilot you see, and a helicopter in the back. That helicopter is getting released next. So they're turning heads here. Like a lot of stuff over in Germany also ordering this shit. I got this as a loan first. I was so smitten with this thing. We were able to order it somewhere else, and I actually got my own, and this is standing here ever since. This is my figure of the year. This is
awesome
stuff.
I was mainly curious because the people who were behind the Unrustable Bastards, and then also Bad Cube was trying to make their spinoff The Naturals, and both of those were also writing and establishing comics and backstories to introduce all their own original characters. And I think that companies that take the initiative and try to do that, I think that's fantastic.
Yeah,
it is
definitely.
100%. Like different stuff. That's what I said beforehand with Eamon O'Donoghue on my little hangout. He was like, he's not a Transformer fan. He's totally a master. So he's living the dream with designing all that stuff. And he actually asked me, like, what about Kingdom? How do people feel about that? I'm like, a lot of people like it. I'm like the guy, I like it too, but I would love for something fully original. Call it Transformers. This is the only thing, but fully original. And I stated that on the German Transformers group too. And some guy, oh, you mean like before the war? I'm like, no, fuck the war. Something fully original. Call the factions different, call the guys different, everything. Only Transformers, but then go all out with something new, something fresh. I don't care. Like, not Optimus Prime.
They're called Dodobots.
Yeah, but still, like not doing the same shit over and over. I got the Galvatron in the back. I got the Studio Series Hot Rod as a review that's coming on Saturday, and I'm extremely surprised with this guy. This is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
That's a fantastic retail figure.
It is.
Yes, it is. It also shows they can do shit almost 100% right.
It
like
almost looked like the masterpiece.
I know.
It really
did. It looks better. It looks better because the chest is actually slim. It's actually a hip, and not just a block. This works. It really works. And also the blast effects, no bubbles, full clear blue plastic. This is fantastic. This is the way to go. Why not always? Why only like 1 in a million? Oh, I got to put that in the calendar. Let's see when the next one's going to happen. I don't get that.
I've been saying that since the Studio Series launched and I first got that hot rod. I've been saying, like, I would gladly pay the $30 US price point if all the deluxes were like that.
Absolutely.
Yeah. No 100%. Question.
But as it were, I probably stick with third party. So I got this one as a loan to check it out. I'm going to get the exclusive, but I got the new Age Toys Shockwave.
For audio
the new Age Toys Shockwave, which is Military Operations Commander number 35 Cyclops. So this is the normal version with a flight stand and everything. But I feel like this is New Age Toys before they went into absurdity with the Devastator that looks like shit and that Optimus, which is another topic. But loans also in here. But otherwise, for my stuff with the truck and Lumitent and something else was there. Too much shit happening. That's about it. What about you, Matt? I wouldn't know. We had you, Jason, right? Yeah, Jason. What's up with you?
I got a little bit of stuff. So
a little bit.
Shout out to my boy Lewis. So he got me this for my birthday.
Nice.
So it's Screwball peanut butter whiskey, and literally I just opened it, and since we've been on here, I drank this much already.
That's how you do it.
Wow.
And while I'm here, fuck it.
Cheers.
Nice.
Yeah.
Got a drink to do a show with Tim.
Yeah. So I've been working on that proton pack for the 8-scale Eagle Moss shit. So this is kind of all the shit that I have now on.
Oh dang.
That looks good,
That's so good.
And dude, I got these mini fucking zip ties for the back. I created this foam piece in the back. and somebody made mini zip ties, so I put those on last night. They're gluing. And then I actually found some ribbon because they don't actually put the straps and shit on, so I found this ribbon to make it.
Nice.
So
That looks accurate.
and then I actually have, you can see here, I actually got the clip for the waist piece for the belt ribbon. So I got that.
That looks kind of Junko 1/6.
Teeny
Like someone-
tiny.
So I got quite a bit this week. Shout out to NECA.
Dude.
I got some Puppet Master figures. Check this out.
I love the Neckar boxes.
Dude, these things are wild. I love the Puppet Master from back in the day, the movies and stuff. And I can't wait for the next set of figures.
That looks pretty good. Yeah.
That's, I'm not really familiar. That looks like something from my nightmares, though.
Yeah, so check this out. So I pulled Pinhead out. Like, dude, check this out.
That is it. Holy shit.
He got a small head,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
That's what you said.
Jesus.
Wow. But yeah, I mean they're fully articulated, knees, fucking ankles, like everything. And the next one, fuck, I think his name is Tumbler. Like, dude, check this one out. This one's even smaller than him. Look at this.
Best fucking Batmobile, just saying.
Look at that.
Nice.
You need to get the blowtorch dude.
They should be coming. They're making all of them apparently.
Him and the hook, that hook and knife guy.
Yeah. So those are the next ones. Those should be out, I think, any time now. So I got those in the mail. And as soon as I saw these, I had to have them because I love this film series. It's so fucking absurd and crazy. I love it.
That's cool.
Yeah, when I was a kid watching
Continuing on, I got some Figuarts Kong from Godzilla and Kong.
Nice.
Kaiju.
Look at that. Love that thing. He's fully articulated. It's pretty wild. I kind of wish that he had a head where his jaw would move, but because of the sculpting and stuff, it'd be kind of hard to do that. So,
Oh, he doesn't. Oh.
that's the
Bummer.
only thing. He comes with two different heads. Let me here. I'll open it up so you can see it. So he comes with a couple different heads, the axe, fucking everything.
Nice.
I mean, he's articulated everywhere. It's wild. I was surprised at all the different poses and stuff that he would get into. And I'm talking about the gorilla, not anything else. I
Right.
can't remember if I showed this because I got this last week. I got some Figuarts Pac-Man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was cool.
Dude, this
I've
thing
seen
is
that.
awesome. He comes with all sorts of little shit. He comes with the little ghost
Cool.
and the cherry, and dude, you can see he does all sorts of different poses and shit.
Is he flipping us off?
Probably.
hope so.
Look closely.
Like this one. Look at this.
No,
What?
thumbs up.
No, the
It's
thumbs
a
up.
Thumbs up. Yeah.
That's not a thumbs up. Yeah, thumbs up.
Thumbs up. I mean, that's a thumb. Come on.
That's a thumb.
Okay,
Uh,
then.
Let's see here. All right. So now let's continue on here.
Moving on.
Pac-Man is too innocent for that.
Just like Matt, I got me some Bumblebee. I found
Yeah.
this by accident, and it's just going to do exactly like what Matt did. He's going straight into the alt mode and staying
Wait,
there.
show from the front real quick, please. Show the full parking package. Like, wasn't there any way? No, a little bit. Yeah, wasn't there no way to make it even bigger box? Like, I feel like they could have put more effort into the size of the box.
Well, I laughed that it's got like 3 different heads on it on the box.
Yeah,
You notice that? Like,
Yeah.
the marketing dude that told them we gotta call this buzzworthy Bumblebee needs to get kicked in the
Mhm.
fucking head.
But like Matt, it's going to go straight into that pose, and it's not coming out. So
Yeah, that's yeah.
Actually, in 2 weeks, we got our passes, but we got passes for AwesomeCon in DC. We got those in the mail.
Nice.
Justin, Lynette, and Loretta are going to be coming up that weekend for us to do this. So we're going to
Nice.
see them. I got some Figuarts Hulk
Cool.
from the Avengers Assemble edition. Dude, this thing's nice. I love it.
Doesn't it have even articulated fingers?
No, it doesn't.
But there is a Hulk figure, SH Figuarts out there that has articulated fingers.
Not
Really?
that I'm aware of. I don't know. I have just about every single one. I haven't seen it yet.
I saw a figure last week on, I believe it was a German board.
Maybe it was a
Or
KO. I don't know.
Yeah, fun. I haven't seen that.
I don't know. I'd be kind of curious.
And KO from SH Figuarts with articulated fingers. Wow.
So, remember how like I was doing? I dabbled a little bit in 6 scale.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been doing those ninjas and shit. So I actually got some new swords in the mail for some of the ninjas. Look at that. They're all metal and everything.
Looks good.
Totally metal. Heck yeah.
Yeah. I mean, same thing with these. These things are huge. Check this out.
Ooh.
Yeah.
What she said.
You should hang those on the wall like some people do, where they collect real swords.
Actually, they do have stands, so I could probably do that just to be funny. But yeah. So what I'm doing is they got another version here. So I got some maroon colored looking ninjas because Matt doesn't know this. So what I'm doing is I'm creating. I picked up that 3-0 Snake Eyes, and I'm doing the Storm Shadow.
Yeah.
And I made a custom Jinx. And so this guy on eBay makes ninja outfits. So I'm making a couple of ninjas to go with them for Storm Shadow. So I'm using like these swords and shit with them. So that's why I've been picking them up.
That's awesome.
Let's see here. Got me some Godzilla Monopoly.
Cool.
This is awesome. Like it's got it. Look at that.
That's what's up.
That's cool. Godzilla Monopoly.
Dude, it's got Godzilla, Ghidorah, Mothra, Manila, Mechagodzilla, and Rodan.
Pretty classic. Cool.
Mm-hmm. Keep in mind, this is my birthday haul from like the last week. Also got some Transformers Monopoly.
Yeah.
Someone likes Monopoly in that house.
Yeah.
I just wanted to get it just because it was Transformers and Godzilla,
Yeah.
but no, I'll plan up playing them. So, but yeah, look at that, dude. It's pretty nice. It's a nice board set. We still like playing the board games here sometimes.
Do not
Dude,
collect $200.
Yeah.
Like Monopoly or Risk while having a slight boss is always fun.
So shout out to Yule. I've been doing these for a while, but I got some new comics.
Oh,
Nice.
Wolverine number
Wolverine
10.
number 10.
See what else? I got some Wolverine number 11. Like, dude, look at this cover.
Omega Red.
Oh yeah, look
I'll
at that.
use my Omega Red.
Omega Red was my jam back then. Like if they
Mhm.
if they do a Mayfax Omega Red, I am done.
Number 12. Look at that.
Cool.
His balls are not showing. Boo!
Here's Bumblebee.
It's for the children.
That's right.
And then I got number 13 going on here with some,
Deadpool.
look at that.
The Hellfire Club Gala.
Mm-hmm. Then let's see here. This is number 14. I love the look at this color. Look at this.
Hell yeah.
Look at that. That's wild.
Looks good. Mm.
I got that. Then I am Wolverine Black, White, and Blood, number 4. Check that out. That's a cool cover.
Mystique.
That's dope. Yeah.
That
Mhm.
Mystique.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I thought it was Black Widow at first.
And then this one's actually pretty interesting. This is number 1 of Weapon X in Final Flight. Look at that.
Ooh.
Pretty cool looking cover.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Pretty simple.
Is that Adam Kubert?
Mhm. Yep. And then next we got a Moon Knight number 1. Check that
That's a
out.
good
That's
cover.
really cool.
Ooh, that reminds me a little bit of Greg Capullo's Spawn times. That was good.
Yeah, I typically don't pick these like Moon Knight, but then
The cover. is
the
so
comic
sick.
book shop, Tashi Station, shout out to them. They hit me up and said, dude, we knew you'd like this, so we'd pick it up. And shout out to Michael Mancini. I think that's his last name. He was able to get me Zeta Superion. This is the painted version too.
It looks way fancier than mine.
Yeah, this is the Superitron. This is not Kronos.
Look at this.
Does it come with the? Does it also come with the more G1 chest?
Yeah.
Yeah, that thing's full die cast too. It goes. You gotta. The only reason why I didn't put it on is because you gotta use like little like they give you stickers, like stickies to put on here, and I didn't want to do that.
Gotcha.
But it's no problem. They don't stick that something comes off or anything.
Look at the pearlescent in that paint. It's wild.
Yeah, I'm pretty jelly, not gonna lie.
It looks good, but it has problems. Like mine had problems right out of the box.
I remember that. Yeah, yours was pretty messed up.
Yeah,
mine didn't have any problems at all.
Like but also the lower radius of the die cast shield is not unsharpened whatsoever. There's no chamfer on there, anything. If you put that on and you rotate the upper torso, it will cut right into the hip.
Okay. Like I said, I didn't put it on, so I didn't know, but that was literally my entire haul for the week.
I keep getting fucked. I keep getting fucked by that company and everybody else that makes combiners because, like, I'm an impatient bastard and I like to collect things, and so I pre-order. Like, I'll order like all the individual bots as they come out, and then everything they learn along the way and make improvements on, then they release in the box set later, and I'm like, motherfuckers, you're gonna add paint and fix the 10 things that are wrong with them on a box set, and then release it for cheaper than what we paid?
Yeah.
Bullshit.
Yeah, that's why I was glad I waited on that constructor until that perfect version that came out a couple years ago.
Oh yeah. But yeah, so shout out to him. He Show Z sent him a second one. The original one got lost in shipping.
Oh.
And they cut him a major discount on and it was kind of funny. He hit me up. He's like, "You know anybody that wants this?" Because it just randomly showed up, because this is the second one that got lost in mail originally. And it just randomly showed up in the mail. And I was like, "How much you want for it?" And he cut me a deal on it. I was like, "Fuck it." I wasn't going to get that set, but I was like, I'll try it, see what it's like, since it's the painted version. And since it's the painted, it's not bad. I mean, it's a little bit better than what I thought. I mean, the plastic is still thinner than what I'd like, but it's still not bad combined. It's much better. I don't like them individually, but combined, I like it. So.
Dude, how the hell is Fans Toys going to pull off a combiner with all their fucking die casts? Like,
You don't. You just leave them as.
Yeah, I don't know if they are.
I love putting them together, man. I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
I'm over the Gestalt thing.
Mm-hmm.
Just the individual gangsters for me. Because we all know the story. We played this game long enough, starting from TFC to fucking Fans Project to fucking.
Dude, I've been doing this shit since I've been collecting since iGear, like
Warbatron,
iGear, R.I.P.
TFC.
Oh yeah.
That Predaking from, I forgot what the MMC. Yes, we know the rules. Eventually, they all just kind of at some point start falling apart.
Go away. Yeah. So, is there anything else you guys want to quickly talk about? I know we're approaching a little over 2 hours now, so we good to go?
We could be good to go.
Suicide Squad a little bit.
I mean, it's up to you guys. I mean, I'm fine for a few more minutes. So
we can go a few more minutes. I think that's interesting for sure.
So, Wolf, you good with that?
Yeah, I'm just gonna go away for a minute while you talk about it. It's fine.
Go ahead, dude. Handle what you need to.
Bye forever.
Pre-bake for everybody.
Someone let me know.
Fuck it. Go ahead. You guys want to quickly talk about it? I mean, Tim, what do you think? We're gonna talk Suicide Squad, right?
I didn't see it. But you guys are good. I can chime in, but I didn't see it. I also don't have a lot of interest in it because it's a standalone sequel, and I feel like the whole hype with Harley Quinn is like way too much for my.
There's actually less of Harley Quinn in this movie than I thought there'd be.
Okay.
They seem to hype it up more in the commercials than what actually was. This was like a more all-around story than it was more about her. She
Okay.
was like a side character, basically. Wouldn't you agree, Matt? I guess.
Yeah, she definitely wasn't the focus.
Yeah.
And the screen time I feel like was shared pretty well across the board, between all the characters, which is nice because then we like a little bit of background and a little bit of character development and some character arcs, and I liked it a lot.
Honestly, I think John Cena was my favorite character in that fucking movie. I hate to have
Really?
to say it.
Did a good
I-
job.
John Cena
John
was
Cena.
fucking awesome in that movie.
I hate John Cena, but he was really good in this.
Yes.
He was
Okay.
worth like they already said that James Gunn in an interview said that they already have like a series of like 5 episodes already lined up for Peacemaker already.
Dang.
That's how good like he apparently was in this role. When you hear like in the movie that my favorite scene was when what's his name? Idris Elba or whatever his name is.
Bloodsport.
Yeah, when Bloodsport and him were arguing, talking about like a bag of dicks. And he was just like, he's like, if I eat a bag of dicks, he's like, even if the beach was covered with a bag of dicks, I'd eat a bag of dicks, every single one of them, just for this country, like shit like that.
Yeah, he got a lot of good one-liners.
Dude, he had some crazy shit in that movie. Like it was worth. I'd have to say it's worth checking out. It really is.
Okay.
It's
And
so absurdly like interesting and fun that it killed the first one for me. Like the first one's like nothing compared to this one.
I had literally zero knowledge or any connection or anything to Polka Dot Man, and I loved that
He was
character.
great too.
Dude.
Dude, that scene, there was a scene in the movie, you'll laugh your ass off. There was a scene where I don't know if you're familiar with the character, Tim. So like
Not at all.
his mom experimented on him, and
all of his trauma comes from his mother.
And everywhere he looked in the movie, when you saw his perspective, everybody looked like his mom.
His mom.
like different
So,
variations of her.
Like different variations. Like King Shark, like was like this big heavy set thing, and it had his mom's head on it. Like it was crazy. Like it was absurd. It was wild. But like there were parts in the movie where he kept getting these like glow in the dark or dots
Rashes.
all over him. And he kept getting a rash, and they were just like, well, if I gotta expel it, or like, you know, I forgot what he said, like the dimension or something gets fucking destroyed or something crazy. Like it's wild.
To that effect,
And you see him like go off in the background, just start fucking throwing up. You see like dots flying. It was fucking weird, but it was awesome.
Okay, that sounds weird. Yeah.
You're gonna when you watch it, you're gonna be like,
you're gonna laugh.
You're gonna
trust
laugh.
me,
You're gonna
it's
like that
funny as
character.
shit.
Yes. Polka Dot Man grew on everybody. I don't know anybody who didn't feel for that character.
Shout out to
Weird.
Yeah.
Oh, Weasel. Yeah. So, so in the beginning of the movie, there was like you didn't realize this, but you saw the Suicide Squad assemble, and then they get sent off to do this mission. But you didn't realize that Amanda Lawler sent them off to basically just to be killed. There was another B Team Suicide Squad happening.
Yeah,
That was the real Suicide Squad. So that's why, and Harley Quinn was on the B Team, like all of them, like shit like that. Like Flag was on the B Team. Like it was interesting how they did it, and then how it all turned out. But I'm trying to think, what was my favorite scene? Like, what was your guys' favorite scenes in the movie? Like, what stood out to you?
My favorite sequence was when they killed the wrong people.
Oh my god,
dude,
that was so awesome.
Dude, so they go into this camp. They're going around killing people, and then you see like Peacemaker jump up and he grabs a fucking spitball, starts killing people with spitballs or something like that. You know what I mean? Like blow darts or something. And then
John Cena and Idris Elba are just killing
they
people
were
like
good together.
Nothing. It was
just
awesome.
massacring.
Yeah.
And they killed everybody in the fucking thing trying to find Rick Flag. And then they show up and they see Rick Flag sitting down drinking with this woman. And she's like, yeah, she's like the leader of the freedom fighters. We're at their camp. And they realize they fucking massacred the freedom fighters in the camp. And they were like, oh.
He wasn't really being held hostage or needed of rescuing, but that's what
No.
they thought.
And the best part is like after they realized like King Shark like hiccuped and he fucking threw up this guy's finger that was like a friend of hers. Like they're like, oh my god.
It had like a ring on it and everything.
Yeah.
I know. He was when that happened, I was like, wait, what's going on? Oh hell no! They killed a bunch of the
This, much like Deadpool, like this movie would not have been as good if it wasn't rated R.
Yeah.
Like, it was so good.
Dude, like there was some bloody scenes in that movie I did not fucking expect to see in there.
Yeah,
Like when King
the
Shark
best way
grabbed
to
that
describe
guy
this
and he
movie.
goes rip, and you saw like everything get torn apart. You're like,
Yeah.
holy shit! Like
This Suicide Squad movie was basically for Deadpool lovers, basically.
yeah.
Because
It
that's
was
what
like-
Did
Yeah.
you like Deadpool? Did you like Deadpool the movies in general?
Me, yeah, I love.
Then you'll
I
like
love,
this movie.
Yeah,
trust
like-
me.
I love the first. I think the second was also good, but not in the same level. Like they still didn't get Juggernaut right. But it was good.
This movie was like if James Gunn, he basically took his same Guardians of the Galaxy formula, was given complete freedom and a rated R rating, and that's what this movie is.
Nice.
Dude, Sylvester Stallone was the voice of King Shark.
And he's so
He did a
good.
great
Okay,
job.
that
It was
is
so
fucking
fucking
good.
awesome.
Yes, he did
He's
such
like,
a great job.
and like, dude, it was so great.
One of my favorite scenes also too was when he tried to disguise himself.
Oh, mustache.
Mustache.
And he's like creeping around. You can't see me. I have mustache.
They're like, you look
Like, dude,
stupid. You're not in disguise at all.
it was so absurd. And they were like, we still see who you are. And he's like he kept walking away and he's like, there were some other pretty good scenes.
He was
with
so pissed. They made him wait in the van or the bus.
Dude, did you see those little fucking creatures? Like he's like, oh, new friends, and they fucking
Friends.
tried to kill him.
Yeah.
There were these cute little sea creatures, and they were all like, he's like, oh, friends, like, you know, and he kept trying to make friends throughout the whole movie.
They were like piranha jellyfish.
And they were piranha jellyfish type shit. Like it was wild. Like it was absurd, but it was crazy. Trying to think what else kind of stood out. I think all in all, like pretty much all the characters were pretty fun. They were pretty dead on. Nothing overpowered one another, I don't think.
That's good.
The storyline was very basic. I think they knew it was going to be absurd. That's why.
Yeah, it was okay. I was. It was a great theatrical experience because I had to look in that movie not taking anything seriously because if I did, I was just never gonna.
Oh yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Ratcatcher 2, like another character I had no idea about, was like the heart of the movie.
Yes.
Dude, the other thing was, it's like, how the fuck did they get all these characters that were in Disney movies like on this movie? Like,
Well, 'cause
of
James
Gunn.
James Gunn got
They had what was
by
the guy's
Michael
name?
Rooker.
The director of Thor
Taika
Ragnarok.
Waititi. Yeah.
Oh,
Taika
yeah,
Waititi.
He was Ratcatcher 1.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So
And
it's like
Michael Rooker was in it for a hot minute.
Yeah,
literally.
that was pretty funny.
Dude, that opening scene, like everything that could go wrong went wrong.
Went wrong.
Like in the first couple minutes.
So essentially that Deadpool Task Force X scene, yeah.
Yes.
Pretty
Yeah.
much, yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
X Force.
Yeah, exactly.
let's see
Yes.
here. Pretty much everybody on it. Dude, Captain Boomerang fucking just got killed within the first 2 minutes of the movie.
What about
Okay,
the weird guy?
I gotta watch
I
that
forget
movie
what his
because I
name was,
fucking
but the guy
hate Jay
like,
Courtney.
He can take his
Yeah.
arms off, and he's just going up there and like slapping
Oh,
them. Like, what the
Yeah,
fuck?
and his TDK,
TDK, man.
what's his name? His arms came off, Nathan Fillion, and he was like just bitch slapping the people. We're like, this is fucking absurd. And then they started shooting his
Nothing.
arms, and then he went down.
It looks
Huh?
so weird.
It was weird. It was absurd. Like you saw him in the beginning drinking like a Mr. Pibb, and I'm like, product placement. Like what the hell?
Probably. Yeah, but
Um,
that would be something for me. Like I hate Jay Courtney. That dude. Ugh.
ever since the Terminator movie.
No, nah. No,
Ever
ever
since
since
Spartacus?
Spartacus, like he's
I know.
he's just a weird dude. And then I don't know, like the Terminator role. That was the icing on that shit cake. Like really,
you got to coin that shit. Like fucking, that's your
Icing
new
on the
phrase.
shit
Icing
cake.
on the.
I
shit
mean, we
cake.
need to we still need a title for today.
We
right?
should call our episode that.
Icing on the ish cake.
Icing
write
on
that
the
down.
Icing on the ish.
Icing
cake.
on the ish.
I'm gonna
cake.
write that down. Yeah.
Yeah. So, like what we do, Matt, is anytime there's like a joke or something, anything that funny happens in the episode,
That's the title.
That's the title of the
Oh,
episode.
yeah.
That's why our titles are so fucking absurd half the time.
Oh yeah.
And I think I can pat myself on the back. I think I came up with a good few, I believe.
The
I missed
good one.
some. Funny fact.
The icing
Yeah.
on the shit cake is the name of the episode of the show.
Icing on the shit cake. I like that better than what was the other one I had? Yo Joe bitch. Yeah, I'll take that.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you'll put it in there. But yeah, that was pretty much it. How would you guys rate it? 1 to 10. Yep.
Jay Courtney died in 2 minutes. I gave it a 10.
9 out of 10.
I'd have to say, yeah, 9 out of 10.
I
This
gave it
movie
a
was
9,
probably
but
one of the
I
better
did.
movies.
It was
was that
better for
DC
me
movie.
than Black Widow and obviously Fast 9. So
I mean, isn't that right? There is now a sequence in Fast 9 where they went in space, right?
don't remind me.
Yeah.
Because
Space
anything
car.
That's how bad.
Dude, there
They
was
went
a
full
car
Jetsons.
in space that went through a satellite and they survived. Enough said.
Plausible. It's
You
plausible.
saw it, man. You gave him your money.
Okay, I will.
I got
I
it for
would
free,
see-
thank God.
I will
but-
see that I can get a steelbook of Fast and Furious 1 until 7, where Brian O'Connor is out, and then I am good.
Yes, that's exactly how I feel. So anyway, that is it. So yeah, solid 9 across the board. So
Be the judge of that. Might do
It's better than Bad Batch,
8.5
I'll tell you
just to fuck me. Yeah.
he's like, yeah. I'll give it a 2.
A
Just to round it out.
little sad we didn't do news, because there were also, I mean, Wolf, there was also some fucked up news over wrestling over the week, right? I mean,
Been a lot more came in the past couple days.
like, this is fucking crazy. I feel like, is this a plan WWE
They're
had?
selling, dude. They're selling it.
Yeah,
if you want to quickly run through it, go ahead.
Yeah, well,
fuck
yeah,
it.
go ahead.
We got a few minutes.
All right, real
Yeah.
quick.
With you guys.
You didn't know.
I mean,
Ray, I'm sorry, Tim. Go up.
no, it's okay. You started. It's okay. Go ahead.
So, Matt, I don't know if you're a wrestling fan at all, or you know anything about wrestling. We're just gonna get into it real quick.
I used to be hot and heavy with wrestling, but haven't watched since whenever John Cena like premiered is probably when I stopped watching.
Okay.
It's been a
Well, let me tell you, you're not missing much.
Post attitude era.
the Attitude Era. Chef's kiss.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, if you're not aware, Bray Wyatt and Ric Flair both got their releases from the company this past week. And if you didn't know, today, I think, or yesterday, the news broke that a bunch of NXT stars got their walking papers. There's a rumor that NXT is going over a big overhaul. NXT used to be the favorite show of a lot of people. They said it was the better of the three. You know,
They fired Ric Flair?
Ric Flair.
Isn't that guy
I don't
in a
know. It
wheelchair
depends on
now?
who you ask.
There are certain rumors out there. Well, as a first, Ric Flair asked for his release, but not because really he was unhappy with his story, but apparently he was unhappy with how Charlotte's story went. So rumor has it he voiced his opinion a little bit too much, and that's where the two sides diverged and said, okay, yeah, maybe our future visions didn't quite align, so I will just. But hey, that only means Ric Flair to AEW confirmed.
That's the legend, along with Bryan Danielson and
Watch, I'm gonna get yelled at.
Quite honestly, I don't give a fuck about all of that. Tommy End is in AEW. He looks fucking amazing. He has a fucking killer new theme song. he made his own
A
little
new
movie
theme song?
where yeah, he has a new theme song.
Tim, I think you could pull off a Tommy End cosplay.
Oh yeah, yep.
I think you could pull it off. This should be your Halloween costume this year.
Yeah, with that hat and
We gotta
everything,
do a Halloween episode.
all the face and stuff. Yeah, but no, really, he has a new theme song. It's essentially his old gimmick. But what he is trying to do is kind of, I don't know, creating a little bit of his own universe. Like there's this dude Tommy End that was on the independent scene. Then he became Aleister Black, and then he was now fired by WWE, and now he's Malachi Black. But the way is that this Malachi Black is essentially his real being, and Aleister Black was in his head. Like he was 5 years in a psych ward, and that is exactly the time that he was in WWE. So he's doing some meta thinking franchise shit in his own mind. Super cool stuff. And he pulled over his WWE storyline where he lost his eye over to WWE. Like this eye is still damaged with makeup and a contact lens.
I saw that. Yeah.
So this is fucking cool, and he's got an amazing new theme song. It's from a Belgian band. Amen Ra, and the title is called Augentrost, which means Augentrost. Like, I don't know. Look it up. No,
it might, and none of us would ever know.
Yeah,
except him.
But it's amazing, and he is in there, and a lot of people also think that Bray Wyatt will probably, Wyndham Rotunda will wound up there. And also the news with CM Punk and Bryan Danielson. So I believe the next few months will be huge.
This whole year, it seems like shit, like puzzle piecing has been going on in wrestling.
Yeah, and I feel like maybe that's even, I mean, it's tinfoil hat stuff, you know? It's severe tinfoil hat stuff. But I feel like, is this a plan of WWE? Like releasing people, flooding the market, going over to AEW? AEW can't show that they can handle this much people with certain storylines, and that's where they essentially fail?
I don't know.
Yeah, take this, guys. See if see how you're going to logistically take care of all of these stories and people in your payroll.
Yeah, exactly.
How so obviously I'm a little disconnected because I haven't paid attention much other than hearing other people talk, but how has wrestling been during the pandemic? Like, have they suffered financially quite a bit? Or
WWE has been pulling in record profits every quarter, and they keep releasing people.
Yeah,
they're pulling lots of money. They're releasing everyone. They're up to something. They are up to something. The rumor is they're going to sell to NBC. That's why they're on the Peacock network right now doing all that stuff.
Didn't they ditch their own network? And
they did. They sold the Peacock.
It's on Paramount
in America over here. We still got the
Oh,
network over here. They're only sold in America.
That's right. Okay, it's probably different everywhere else, but here in America,
you think it's going to sell the whole thing.
That's the rumor.
Yeah, that's the rumor.
That is the hot rumor.
And
who's going to buy it?
Like the McMahons are going to sell it.
Yeah.
Now
the interesting part is that a lot of people were actually fired due to budget cuts, but they, like Wolf said, they pulled in record numbers. But there were certain people like Braun Strowman that had a contract without any benefits whatsoever, 1.2 million per year, and they let him go. He was in the main storyline on the shows. And I believe, I don't know, he was out of TV, and 2 weeks later, WWE has come to terms of the release of Braun Strowman. We wish him all the best in the future, and that was yada 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 yada.
Listen, it's all long overdue. The old man's hasn't had it for years.
Yup.
Vince got to get out of this shit. He doesn't. It's terrible. In my opinion, maybe others feel differently, but WWE has a very lackluster product. I don't look forward to it. I Raw 3 hours every Monday. I don't want to do it.
Nope.
Like I said, NXT was probably the jewel of all of this, and he's done his best to make sure that you don't give a fuck anymore.
And they even had a new megastar in the Rising with Karrion Kross. And what did they do? They split him from his real life wife, bring him over to Raw, have him lose to Jeff Hardy in 2 minutes.
Oh shit!
The current reigning NXT champion. Hello.
Yeah.
There are people who requested to be sent down to NXT. They don't want to be on the main roster anymore. They just because they don't get used right. Like I think Aleister Black was one of those guys. Tim, was he not?
Right.
He was the one. He said, "Please send me back down there," and they didn't. So they just gave him his release.
Yeah. Not quite. They actually gave him a new story where he went like with his alternate version with Tales of the Darkfather bullshit. Then he went back for one time on SmackDown, did a black mass kick to Big E, and done. And then the whole story was cut. And the WWE is such a fucking messed up product, such a fucking messed up firm. They couldn't even get the contract of Aleister Black right. They brought him over to the main roster and forget to update his NXT contract from a 30-day non-compete clause to a 90-day. So he went off. That's what he said on several podcasts. He was it was still fucking funny. He spoke with his agent and he was like, "Dude, I just went through my contract. Did I read that right?" He's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Cool. I'm off in 30 days. See you then." And that's when he popped in AEW, just like that. Black massing Arn Anderson and Cody Rhodes, and everybody lost their shit. And cool. Somewhere where you can shine.
I mean, like you said, Tim, it's going to be a very interesting time in the rest of the next few months to see what.
Do they offer their wrestlers retirement or health benefits yet?
No.
Oh shit!
No. At any time that ever gets brought up, they pretty much future endeavor you right then and there.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
I mean, if people have addiction problems like Scott Hall, there's no single person that tried and did more rehabilitation like Scott Hall. Even if he wasn't under contract, WWE reached out, "Dude, we want you safe and healthy," and it didn't work. The only thing that saved Scott Hall in the end was DDP, which is still kind of absurd, but it worked. Yep. Also, Jake Roberts. Those are the two cases. Jake Roberts and Scott Hall got saved by Diamond Dallas Page.
God bless Diamond.
Did you ever see that movie back in the day where was it Scott Conn and fucking what's his name? Was it Ready to Rumble?
Where
he was like,
what's that dude's name?
As a pussy.
David Arquette.
David Arquette. That's it. Thank you.
And did you know that this dude went back to wrestling a few years back?
Yeah, he almost died.
He went on hardcore shows like this.
Yeah, he went on the garbage wrestling where he's getting hit with light tubes every fucking night. I think he got something jammed in a major artery. He had to go to the hospital.
Yeah.
David Arquette.
Oh
yeah.
You know,
like hardcore stuff like GCW is fucking crazy.
Yeah,
I never knew about Brian Gage, but I feel like Brian Gage looks like fucking hobo Shawn Michaels.
That's fair.
You know,
I didn't know about him either until recently.
Fucking
He's got his fucking pizza cutter.
Yeah, right. And when he looks at the camera, he's like snaggletoothing all over the place, like what murder, death, kill all week. And I'm looking at this dude. Yeah, no, he tried to rob a bank alone. He was
that dude got problems for sure.
He was in jail for 5 fucking years, and he now headlined Dynamite 2 weeks ago against Chris Jericho. No rules match. So wrestling is all over the place, Matt. It's not at all what you remembered anymore.
That breaks my heart.
Quite a lot worse. All right. Well,
but if you want to get into it as a last, sorry, Wolf, if you want to get into it, AEW, that's the place to be.
I've heard that quite a bit, actually.
Yeah.
Who runs AEW?
Tony Khan.
Khan?
Jaguars. He owns the Jaguars, or his dad owns the Jaguars, I should say.
Yeah.
And one of the English soccer clubs too. I forget which one.
And it's a family of billionaires, and the idea was actually done by the Bullet Club version back then of Cody Rhodes, the Young Bucks, and Kenny Omega. Those guys actually came up with AEW. It was a thing that came out of a bet from Dave Meltzer saying, "I bet any small company you can't get 10,000 fucking seats in a stadium or in a hall or whatever." And Cody Rhodes was like, "I take that bet," and so came in All In, and afterwards All Elite Wrestling with everything and the first roster and the cons, and then the deal with TNT. Now they got 2 shows on YouTube with AEW Dark and Elevation, so stuff you can watch for free. Grade A wrestling.
Nice.
TNT with Dynamite, and Rampage is also the next show that's coming up in September. That will be the big Chicago week.
Next week, actually.
See, with All Out, with Dynamite, and also with Rampage, and this is where it's currently rumored that Bryan Danielson and CM Punk will make their big fucking return. So when you say next week is gonna be the mark the fuck out wrestling week, probably.
Nice.
I remember the beginning of the end for me was when they first launched SmackDown, and they moved it to a channel called UPN. I think.
Yeah.
And I didn't know what the fuck channel that was. My cable network didn't have UPN, and so and then they split the roster. They made like this big, huge deal about splitting the roster, and they did like a fucking like a dodgeball, like high school. I pick this guy, you pick this guy.
Roster's still split.
And
Yeah.
I essentially lost half the entertainment that I was able to watch because I didn't have UPN. I could never watch SmackDown, and then that was the beginning of the end for me.
Yeah. Like to me, it was PG. When PG, I still follow all of that, but I do that through the channel Wrestle Talk on YouTube. Like these dudes do really, really great, news and also wrestles
Recaps and stuff.
Yeah, but very good. They do their own franchising, like little podcast wrestling matches. They put like a sticker over it with Jam That Jam over WWE Championship to call that the Jam That Championship. So those dudes go all out and very, very entertaining. So the most entertaining news out there. Second place is WrestleMania. Both are very, very good. I can recommend that.
I think WWF lost me when they started to push the younger guys after the Attitude Era too fast over people who've been grinding for a while.
Yeah.
Good call.
But to be fair, but I always thought Batista, Cena, and Randy Orton and Brock Lesnar were getting way too much thing versus people like Booker who never even got a chance to
True.
book and so I was like, okay, I see where this is going. Before you know it, The Rock and Austin were going to be irrelevant quickly, and those were my my guys. And once again, Triple H at the time was also getting. I felt like he was going to end up getting job too for these people. I was like, okay, and that's when they lost me. And you're right, the gradual turn into a more PG-13 thing versus the ECW kind of shit that I grew up with.
ECW never was mine. I feel like hardcore wrestling also with these light tubes and everything. That's to me, that's not wrestling to me. That's got nothing to do with wrestling
for
for
me.
me.
Backyard, get your ass whooped just for the
right.
Of it shit.
Yeah,
no, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about like Sabu RVD kind of shit. High flying, jumping out of the goddamn the shit that the Hardy Boys stole from those guys kind of shit.
Okay, so more high flying cruiserweight luchador kind of stuff. Okay, gotcha.
The Rock and Sock Connection, best tag team ever.
Actually, mine was Goldust and Booker T. Really odd couple. That was so pretty funny.
All right, guys. Well, it's been 2.5 hours. I think people were sick of our shit. Let's wrap it up. We'll go around the yard. Start off with some shout outs. Where are you at? We'll start off with our special guest, Mr. Matt Billings. Where are you at, sir?
Where am I at physically?
On the internet.
I sit right
Where
here.
can we find you?
Basically just on Facebook. You can just look me up, Matt Billings. I am on Xbox Live, Matuna, Matuna is my handle. I'm on Blizzard Battle.net. It's Matuna Helper number 1191. I would play WoW or Hearthstone with you any day of the week. And that's about it.
Cool. All right. Let's go over to the cake critic, Mr. Tim.
It still looks good. It still looks good. Chill the fuck out. No, you can find me over on YouTube at Tim K's Nerd Crate. Make sure to subscribe. I just hit 1,000. I want more. I'm craving now. YouTube Tim K's Nerd Crate. Also Facebook Tim K81. If you want to look me up on the groups and everywhere. Instagram at _nerd_crate, and when I find the time and the timing is right, then here with this fine gentleman. So yeah.
All right, let's go over to the fake Hot Toys collector, Yule.
Wow. Wow. Yeah.
I'm a real toy.
Damn.
I'm a real toy.
Oh God.
But the bobblehead always does. So no, it even knows at himself. No, I'm not.
At any rate, yeah, y'all can find me on YouTube at Cocoasmooth 619, and I'm going to put a lot of emphasis on the 619 since I've learned tips from Matt. with
69. Oh,
numbers.
no, that was something different.
So yeah,
That's right.
Cocoasmooth 619. Subscribe to my channel so you can see new comic book day Wednesday, every Wednesday.
Holy hell.
That's it.
Sounds good.
Dude, I love when you do that shit.
Let's go down to the birthday boy, Mr. Jason Lowery.
Oh man, you can find me
Many
at
happy
Jason
returns, sir. Many happy returns.
Thank you guys again for the birthday shout outs and the gift and all that. And I'm pretty sure you'll be seeing it soon. So you can find me in Facebook groups as Jason Lowery. You can find me in the Realm. You can find me in, let's see here, probably a dispensary here and there. You could find me at Xbox at Clutch2345. And you know, Realm of Collectors, Saturday night. Shout out to the Saturday night meetup. We had one this past Saturday for my birthday. There was quite a few people on. Unfortunately, we started a little later than we wanted to, but that was okay. And that was pretty much about it for me. But I want to thank Matt for coming on.
Oh my God.
Appreciate
Thank
you
guys
coming
for having
on,
me.
dude.
Yes,
Yeah,
Matt, thank you
great
so
times,
much.
man.
That was very
Yeah,
informative.
That's very
Very cool,
informative,
very
man.
cool.
I loved it.
Oh,
Dude,
this was a blast hanging out with you guys. If you ever want me back anytime, just let me know.
Dude,
Yeah.
you're welcome back anytime,
Yes.
for real.
Nice.
For many of us. Like,
I want to sign off so we could talk shit on people.
Yeah.
right? There you go. But that's it for me. What about you, Wolfenstein?
You can find me passed out on my lawn because it's too hot to mow it. Please send water and ice. I'll need it.
Dude, man.
I kind of want to do a background now of an image of remember what you said, a Wheel of Fortune, and one of the backgrounds, like you laying there, like a lawn furniture.
We could
scene.
talk. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
We'll brainstorm something. We got it.
I'm imagining a thumbnail of someone mowing the lawn, but it's wolf at the face, and the lawn is actually like cream, you know, the icing on the shit cake. And he's mowing the icing.
That's a deep cut. I like that. Deep cut. You can also find me, Erik Von Wolfenstein, on your Instagram, your Facey Space, all of your crazy collecting groups. And you can find me most every Thursday here with you fine gentlemen. And again, once again, thanks to Mr. Matt Billings. Like I said, very entertaining, sir. Thanks for coming on with us. Please come back soon.
Yes, sir.
And I think with that, the nerds have spoken. So we will see you guys next week. Peace out.
Catch you guys next week.
Had your
All right.
wave.
I like that. We should do that every week.